Okay, guys, so we're live, hopefully. I'll just check it on the YouTube side. Let's have a look and see if everything is working on YouTube. Yeah, everything seems to be working okay there. Link is there, and I'm not sure if there's anyone in yet or not, but let me go back to the. Here we go. So it says we've 4 people in there watching at the moment. So for those 4 people, happy Christmas. Hope you had a great Christmas day. And hope it was nice and quiet, and hopefully you got whatever presents you wanted, and enjoy the food and drink and stuff like that. So in case you're wondering, I do have a bit of a cold that I just developed in the last couple of since this morning. So hopefully it's not the dreaded COVID, but you never know. Bit of a sore throat, bit of a cough. Coughing as bad as it was, bit of a headache, and that's about it. So I'm on, I need Matthew to be. I've got some whiskey. I've got some honey and hot water, and I'm on the hot whiskies. So to your health, guys. Oh, that's good. Now, so anyhow, that's my story. So the people that are in there, Scrappy Dude, good to see you, my friend. If I do start coughing or I do voice starts to go, you know what it is. Could be COVID, could be anything, could be just a flu. Don't think I've lost the taste. Haven't lost the taste yet, so I can taste the whiskey. So and haven't lost any sense of smell. So it mightn't be COVID. It might be just a regular flu. What we used to always have to deal with every winter. But now that the dreaded COVID is around, we all panic that it could be that. So hope you're all good. And what are we all at? Well, what am I at? I'm still micro scrapping, well, cutting the ends off the connectors that I had, loads of them. You'll see a video coming up at some stage where I got all them connectors. There's my snips. So it's not my snips, it is my snips. Yeah, so that's the story with me. So guys, what are you up to? What was your Christmas like? Who's in the background there? Scrappy Doo, great to have you in, by the way. And I hope you had a great, peaceful Christmas, and everything you wanted came from Santa Claus, of course. I've just been munching some prawn cocktail Pringles. See, that's what that jar is. Oh, there goes my spoon for mixing my whiskey with my honey. So yeah, so that's what I've been at. I'm chopping these ends off these cables, and that's about it. Angry Blacksmith, great to have you in. Oh yeah, I forgot to say who was in at the beginning. See, the old brain isn't working. So Ralph Morrick, Electronic Scrapper, and Angry Blacksmith, I think you were all in at the beginning. Let me see on the YouTube side if I can see was anyone else ahead of you. Don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. But I think that was it. So let me go back down. That's the way. So again, that feels good. The honey, the whiskey, and the hot water. Can't beat it. David Young, good to see you. I seen you over on was it last night? You were on Raphael's live. I came in late because again, Christmas is kind of a big thing here in Ireland. It's a time when you go visit family, you have the dinner with your family, whatever. So I went around to my parents, and my brother was there, my sister was there, their nieces and nephews, all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of one of them things that Christmassy it's a family thing, and that's why I didn't really go onto YouTube. I didn't get home till late, and then when I went on, it was late, and I wasn't going to come up because I was actually heading to bed because again I had a few drinks, and last thing I want to do is come up and say something stupid when I have too much drink on me, maybe. K&D Scrapping, welcome in. Oh, this is a Miss Canadian Scrapper raid. Thank you very much, Miss Canadian Scrapper. I was over there at yours. I would have come up only for I was preparing for this, and so I would have come up actually only for I was preparing for this. Anyone know any easy way to get these little things apart? suppose I'm going to belt them with a hammer, the Matthews way, but they seem to be fully sealed. Little gold pins in there, but I don't know if you can see them or not. So I'm just cutting the ends off these cables, so then I'll have the cable and then I'll have the ends. Miss Canadian Scrapper, thanks for dropping in and thanks for the raid, really appreciate it. As I say, I would have come up on your live earlier when you were live. I was in there, but I had you playing in the background, and I was getting ready for this, and I had a few other things I needed to do. Hey, Dan Massey, welcome in. Thanks a lot for dropping in. I appreciate it. So yeah, so that's I didn't bother coming up then. I had too much for doing. So I'm just trimming these. I was saying, in case anyone was wondering, my voice is kind of going. I have a bit of a flu or a cold or something, so hopefully it's not the dreaded COVID, and that will keep me indoors for 10 days here. I think that's the regulation, that if you get it, and it's not, even if it's not serious or whatever, you have to self-isolate for 10 days. So hopefully it's not, but I'll do my test tomorrow, and I know can't do a test today, know where to do the test. So that's it. Oh, Gulf Coast, sorry, I forgot to say hi to Gulf Coast that came in there. And Electronic Scrapper's back. Thanks for dropping back in, Electronic Scrapper. He was in earlier on. The dreaded cough. Yeah, it's like the plague. If you cough now around someone, they just look around at your. If they hear you even clearing your throat, it's kind of as you got COVID. So that's the story at the moment. Yeah, so just trimming these little connectors off the end of these cables, so then these cables can go into the insulated copper wire and get them sent out at some stage to a scrapyard and maybe get a few pound for them. Again, myself and Pop Scrap will sort something out hopefully, because I'm more into the e-waste. Pop Scrap is more into the copper, the brass and stuff like that. But again, we might come to an agreement. We can share the profits of it or something like that. And I think from the trade-in, he can take them and weigh them in, and we'll see what we get between us. It's just I don't have the time to get to scrapyards, and I wouldn't. He'd be going more often than me. Yeah, so I'm on my whiskies. Good honey for the throat. And what whiskey have we got? We've got Powers Irish Whiskey Gold Label, triple distilled, 40%. So not the strongest in the world, but not the weakest. I have the link out there if anyone wants to come up. You're more than welcome. Don't worry, you can't catch COVID if I have COVID over the phone. Beginning to sweat now a bit as well, so maybe we're on the way out. This could be my last stream before I die. Imagine. Hi everyone, Merry Christmas from Lee. Thanks Lee for dropping in, good to see you. Lee was live earlier. Again, I was lurking in the background for a while. So what has anyone been scrapping out? What have you been at? Barry Holden, welcome, or Bobby, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Christmas to you. Hope all is good with you. So guys, what have you been working on? What have you been scrapping out today? Are the scrapyards open in America? Are they closed? What's the story? Do they close down for the Christmas? Do they stay open? Scrappers live forever, either in body or in gold. That's one. Yeah. So some of the gold scrappers might have got and sold on is being worn around the world by people. Could be in a computer. There could be some of the gold. Could be in this computer that some scrapper got one day. So this webcam or whatever, maybe some of the gold that a scrapper got sold on, and it is now being used in the computer. Hey, Cruiser Mac, good to see you, my friend, and happy Christmas to you. Hope all is good. Scrapyards closed Friday through Monday here. Okay, so they're open again tomorrow. We have someone in the basement. Let me give me a second. That one has no cables on it. Let's see who's in there. I'm taking the last day off work, running some tests on a few common resistors for silver. Happy to share the results. Yeah, of course, share the results. No problem at all. Lee, welcome. Well, it was Lee. But Lee's
I am here, and I was just altering the volume.
All right. So, how are things with you?
Not too bad. Keeping busy. Had a good Christmas.
Say again?
I'm taking a back seat at the moment. I didn't go live today. I'm not live.
I thought you were live. I got a thing saying you were live.
No, I put a video up.
No, my yoke said live. Did it?
No. I uploaded a lost footage.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a lost footage. It was a video I'd uploaded on my channel and I'd never made it public, so I redone it and brought it public. I'm not back live now till Sunday, the 9th.
Okay.
9th of January.
You're having a break from doing it.
Yeah, I'm having a break. Taking a back seat. I've got 4 videos uploaded, so I've got enough in the bank so I can try and take a back seat.
Okay. So, how was your Christmas? Nice and quiet, was it?
Quiet, yeah. We had Christmas Day, me and Jackie, and today it was just another quiet one again. I'm not, but Christmas Day I wasn't even on YouTube that much either.
Well, I only went on YouTube when I got home last night, because Christmas is kind of a big thing here in Ireland. It's kind of when all your family come around again. You might have seen some of them if they were away or whatever. No problem, Ralph. So it's kind of when everyone meets up, it's Christmas.
Have you got any new restrictions yet?
Oh yeah, the restrictions are enforced since before Christmas that the pubs had to close at 8 o'clock in the evening. Concert halls, stuff like that. Nightclubs weren't allowed to open. Stuff like that. There's been restrictions.
We've had no restrictions. There's talk on having restrictions, but it's not going to happen. But Boris needs to go.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk politics. No politics on this.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it is what it is, isn't it? Have you been anyway? Been busy with Christmas?
Someone started coming in. Evening Scrapping Irish and everyone in the chat. So welcome in, sir. Good to see you and happy Christmas to you. In case anyone's wondering why I might be sounding a bit different or whatever, I think I have the cold. I'm hoping it's the cold and not COVID, but because I was a bit hoarse, sore throat, and was coughing for a while, but that seems to have stopped. So hopefully it's not COVID and it's just a normal thing. I'll go for a test tomorrow and just see in case, because you don't want to be spreading it around if you do have it. And stay away from older people. Who else is after coming in? There we go. Kenneth, the Kentucky fan. Welcome in, Kenneth, and good to see you, and I hope you had a good Christmas. So if you hear my kettle going on in a minute, it's because I'm heating up water for my hot whiskies. So I have the kettle left over there.
Hi, Cruiser Mark.
Hey, Park Nest. I missed Park Nest coming in, did I?
Yeah, he's only just come in. I haven't got YouTube open.
I think I missed Park Nest because someone's saying hi to Park Nest, so he must be there.
Yeah, it is. And then you've just had a click in the basement.
Yeah, and who is it? Park Nest.
Gentlemen, Irish and Lee.
How are you doing? Happy Christmas, Park Nest.
I'm good.
What did you do for the Christmas day?
Not a right lot. Just stayed in.
Christmas Day isn't really that big in England. The bars and stuff even open on Christmas Day over there, don't they?
Well, just about everything was shut.
All right, because I thought the bars they used to open over.
Oh yeah, the pub's open from 12 till 3.
Yeah.
But aside from that,
over here Christmas is a big thing. Everything shuts. Even today, everything is still shut. They don't open again.
There's a lot of stuff still shut today. Some supermarkets don't open. Your L&D, Lidl, I think Sainsbury's, then they weren't open today.
Yeah. No, but over here I was saying that's why I didn't make Raphael's live until late on. It was after 1, I think, when I got home.
Yeah.
So then I just put it on. I seen he was still live, but of course I had a few drinks yesterday and that, so I tried to try and stay off lives in case I'd say anything stupid. Hey, who can
And
I see
then
coming in
yesterday
there?
we got the snow.
We never got the snow at all. We were promised the snow, but it never came. Rain came.
We didn't either.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because I was hoping to fit this, but I'm not. There's no way I'm bloody lining up
I do
snow.
a video.
What is that? Show us
I do
again.
a video.
It's a rear parking sensor for Volvo.
Oh, okay.
And that involves taking the bumper off. So
Hey, Johnny 5.
not my
welcome in.
idea of fun in the snow.
Happy
Hey,
Christmas to
Johnny.
you, sir. Hope
Hey,
you
Johnny.
got
Hey.
everything you wanted for Christmas. Was that a Christmas present, that reversing sensor? No.
No, it won't. No, definitely not. No.
Hey, partners. I'm getting crafty now with my videos.
Oh yeah, lost videos with helicopter.
Yeah, I went down in me, in what I'd uploaded.
Yeah.
And I found it there as a private. And I thought, I'm going to drag it off. Download it and drag it off. So that's the first time. I tell you now, though, I watched some of my old footage. And there was some good old, a lot of things.
Sorry, just bear with.
Yeah.
I seem to be getting this problem with my XSplit V cam. It shows Bridget Voyager.
And there was like a cross between the two things. Good call, Stacey.
There we go.
Hi to everyone.
Thinking
There we
with
go.
XSplit now is StreamYard.
Silver Scorpion, welcome in. How do you? And happy Christmas to you. Working on a truck. I can keep scrapping. Have a great stream. Make sure to smash the like. Thanks a lot for that. I appreciate that. So yeah, I'm just here trimming off the connectors off the ends of these cords, and then I'll just put the cords into
What's the munchies?
into the thing.
In addition to the stuff I usually buy. Well, not usually. I thought I'd give myself some shortbread, and I got loads for Christmas.
I've had a big sauce out on my laptop as well, partners.
Have you uninstalled a load of unnecessary crap? You should try a program called C Cleaner. That cleans you.
I've got one. I've got a program on it.
And depending on type of hard drive, you've got defraggler. Might be worth.
Haven't.
You don't. It's just a better defragmenter than the Windows disk defragmenter. But if you've got an SSD, do not defragment an SSD.
Why is that?
Because for starters, you don't need to, because it can still, because SSD is just flash memory.
Yeah.
So it takes as long to access all parts of flash memory you're having the conventional hard drive. Flash memory is just fast.
Instant sort of.
Yeah. It's just non-volatile memory.
Yeah.
Scrapping Irish, you need to email me.
That's all SSD is. It's
Yeah,
same technology.
I'll email you at some stage, but to get time.
Yeah. No rush, mate. It's the stickers are not going anywhere. I'll send them whenever, mate.
Yeah.
And if you use a defragment, you just writing and reading to SSD, and that'll shorten its life. You're doing it unnecessarily.
Yeah,
there's a limit to how many times you can write to.
Got rid of a load.
I don't know what Matthew's there in the background. Just be quiet now for a minute if he is. He loves the sound of this. He loves the sound of whiskey opening. He probably smell it.
What sort of whiskey is that?
Powers.
Scottish?
No, Irish.
Irish. Oh, it's not one we have over. We don't have the Irish whiskey over here. Not that I know of.
We don't.
Of course you have. You have
I've Jameson's and Bushmill. Loads of ones I know
Irish.
of.
You have probably Paddy's.
I've seen Paddy's.
That's Irish.
But I've not come across Powell's before. I'm not saying you can't get it, but I've never seen it before. I've never heard of it until now. I only discovered Paddy's recently because I saw it in I saw it somewhere on. I can't remember. I saw it somewhere anyway. But yeah, Bushmill and Jameson's are well known. In fact, I did a video on like a homemade Baileys, and
Oh yeah, Bailey's.
you know,
Yeah.
you need to use an Irish whiskey for that. And Jameson's was the whiskey I used. Well, it wasn't me that actually made it. My other half that made it, but I did another batch. I thought I'll show it. You know, I thought I'll do it in bring camera along because I listed all stuff and you know, credited the recipe. Obviously, it was somebody else's recipe, so I don't claim the right.
Madness enjoying the quiet. So Johnny 5 had a madhouse. Of course, he's a young child in the house, so
Yeah,
that's going to be.
He's got this adorable granddaughter.
Yeah, so she's
In fact,
going
so
to be.
on another live, I saw his daughter. You know, Keena's mother, Ray. She had appeared on one at lives. Can't remember which one it was. Can you? Might have been Jeanette's. Could be wrong.
Yeah, it was Jeanette's.
Yeah.
It was Jeanette's.
Oh, Kenya, she's a little cutie.
Have a guess who emailed me?
Go on, do tell.
The one we went to raid after Jeanette's. Not DNR, the other one. Tom Dobb.
Oh, Tom Dobby.
Dobby, he's emailed me to send him.
I don't think they want to stream. It was DNR stream, but yeah, Tom. Yeah, I've only started coming across him because I enjoyed flummoxing him with the cars that cars that never had over there.
Not going live tonight, Johnny 5.
Was there much snow over there in England? Was there?
More than enough, less than too much.
We had none. We had a load of heavy rain.
So
How about the sea? You're more near the sea.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're near the sea.
You're nearer the sea. I hear the basement clicking. I'm going to bring someone up in a second, and then I'm going to turn my kettle on to make another hot whiskey for myself. Because, hey, Ralph.
There's nothing in my notification.
I thought it was time for an actual scrapper on the panel.
Yeah.
I've dabbled
just
with
a part-time
it. I've dabbled
scrapper.
with it. So you did the microwave challenge. So that makes me a scrapper.
Yes.
Give me a second. I'm going to turn my kettle on to get some hot water for my.
Who's in charge?
To turn it in. Well, I'm only going to be standing behind the computer because.
I thought you had to leave the room.
No, I brought the kettle up with me and I left it behind the computer, so I just have to turn it on. Probably take a lot of noise, but anyhow.
Who do we have here? Hello, Johnny 5, Silver Scorpion, Cruiser Mac, hello.
No, she's not. I've already
Gulf
spoke to
Coast.
her.
No, she did Christmas Eve special, and that's it. Community. Just looking on the community tab.
No, she's doing live tomorrow.
Yeah, because tomorrow's Monday.
Hello, Electronic Scrapper, Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie.
Hello, Romantic. Hello, Jackie. Oh God, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it in the neck, and I've come up on
Romantic, hello.
No, come on, that's no way to talk to your good lady.
We done. First time I've ever cooked a turkey crown, and it went well.
Oh, good.
We done a joint effort though. Me and Jackie done a joint effort on Christmas Day. I actually stayed off. I went on one panel on Christmas Day, and that was Ken's.
Oh, I went on Ken's, but I couldn't stay long because I had to go out.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I had a transportation job.
I had to. I was cooking.
As well as
so
present delivery, I couldn't do the day before.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. I have my whiskey.
This is going to be tough.
Yeah,
and then when I come back, it was literally starting to snow.
Inside for 10
Volvo's
days.
not moved ever since. Still got
so,
snow.
Ralph, what did you get up to for the Christmas?
Not much. I went to Mom's place. Was there. My brother came over with his girlfriend, and some more friends came over, and we had a huge pile of sushi.
Oh. Well, over here, of course, it's the traditional.
Is that
turkey
the
and-
norm in the Netherlands? You normally have sushi,
No, it's just we like sushi.
not raw
In
fish and
other
rice.
years, we had like.
I must admit, it doesn't appeal to me.
Well, if you like fish, it's a good thing. Well, there's also
Yeah, I
a lot
like
of
fish,
stuff
but I
that
just
is not fish, but yeah.
It's just raw fish don't sit right with me.
It's not raw, smoked, most of it. Smoked or grilled or baked or whatever. Some of it, the sashimi is, I think is raw, but I think it's lightly smoked. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's completely raw.
What time did you finish up on Raphael's live? I seen you were falling asleep at one stage. So
Yes, I tried to do it, Tim, but they kept talking, so I couldn't actually fall asleep.
I saw me doing. I
think I hopped off
Tim,
just
so I
past
just
3.
left.
I didn't even
I
go
wasn't
in
going up
it.
because when I came back, of course, I had a few drinks on me from when you meet, your family, you have to drink or whatever. And I said, no, I'm not going to come up because I'll probably say something stupid.
Well, that's how you can
Sashimi
tell
is
you've
just a raw
you're not
fish,
reached
yeah.
the limit.
Yeah, I hadn't hit my limit because I still was sensible enough to know not to go up.
Yeah. Well, some
Well,
people
first
don't
I
know
wasn't feeling
when to
great.
stop.
I could feel this cold coming on, so I said, I could feel my throat getting sore. So I said, no, I'm going to go into bed and I'm going to try and, I had a hot whiskey, went to bed and tried to sweat it out, but it didn't work.
Oh, I remember when I worked at pub, there was this one guy, we'll call him Mick, and he pretty much always knew when to stop. He knew when he'd had enough. He says, that's enough. And he asked me to call him a taxi. I mean, I think there was a one time when he did go over his limit, but other than that, he always knew when to stop. And some people
Just
just
say hi to a
don't
few
know
people
when
that
to
came in.
stop.
Ro came in, Romantic came in, Jackie, and who did I see coming in? Robert. So welcome in, guys, and thanks for dropping in and hope you had a good Christmas.
14 in the house and 17 likes.
I forgot to add mine. There you go. Now there's 18.
And I have someone in from Facebook. So I'll just put that up so you can see who it is.
Oh,
Someone that obviously
I know
knows
that
you well.
guy. He's also subscribed to me.
There you go. So welcome in, and thanks for watching. And hope you're.
Who is that again?
all
I
well.
keep
No, that's
forgetting.
a thought.
Did I show you what Scrapman Dan sent me?
No, let's have a look. Oh, hold on until I make it bigger.
As is
Oh, yes,
hand
indeed.
Oh, yeah, because he come in later on, didn't he?
yeah, hand poured and designed himself, and he gave me one of his cool stickers. Well, actually, he gave me a couple of stickers, but
He's a very skillful guy, isn't he? At the old handcrafting
Yes.
stuff. He always does everything.
and now I can make a mall of these and reproduce them and start selling. No,
Well, I'm getting in the neck again.
All right, off you go.
You come up and panel yourself.
You go and keep yourself happy.
Come up and panel yourself. No, I'm not going to show your face.
Now I've got dishes to do as well, so I just thought I'd
All
show
right,
me
thanks for
face
coming
for
up,
a bit.
Annie.
I think
No
I did 2 loads
problem.
of dishwasher today.
Oh, I don't. These are my dishwashers. They're called my hands.
Hey, you knows, bro. Welcome. Thanks for coming in.
So
Yeah, it's like I'm the car walking into town.
See you all again.
Right,
Bye for now.
All right, go on, bugger off. See you later, Lee.
So Ro is saying he got your stickers, Ralph, and he'll send one back later.
oh, that's good. I've sent out to so many people. I forgot who I've sent them to. Well, that's good to hear that they arrived. Yeah.
He'll send some more stickers out with Lee. Why got 200? Who knows?
So what are you scrapping out tonight, Ralph? Are you scrapping anything out at all?
I got some stuff laying around. Hold on. I'm also trying to put a comment here on another live stream that I'm following.
Oh, bouncing around
Hey,
the lines.
Ralph has to keep up his standards.
No, this is actually a channel that I'm a Patreon of, so try
Yeah,
to
but you can
join
only- you
in
can
at
only-
least a bit, because
Hey,
you know,
David
have
Young,
to kinda
welcome
get
back. David
your
Young is
money's
back.
worth.
Welcome back in, David.
Hello,
I was
David.
going to say something. It says you can only come up on one panel at a time.
That is true. The other channel does not do panels.
Yeah,
So
some
what's the
of
other
these
channel about? Minecraft.
Well, they do. They also do Minecraft sometimes. They have Minecraft
demolishing this
on the Patreon
shelving.
server. On the Patreon level, if you joined, you can play on their Minecraft server. This is a rather large channel. It has close to 600k subscribers.
No, quite large.
I'm up to 3.28k.
I'm somewhere over
So I'm
1800.
approaching
I'm not. I haven't
3,300.
checked lately.
I think I'm about 50 off 3K. So
Oops, I'm doing a Tim. No, not falling asleep. The other.
you're doing all of Tim's
I'm being the
stuff.
Burt monster.
Let's see. Well, I got a couple of these induction coils that I want to take apart. A couple of these things.
So what's inside them? Just
Looks to be quite a bit of copper in them.
Unfortunately, these are Chinesium. These are all aluminium.
Oh.
So I just
Oh.
unrolled them and I tossed them in with my insulated copper wire, so that they go for 250 a kilogram instead of for aluminium, which is like slightly over. It's going to be dirty aluminium. It would probably like a €1 a kilogram.
I think aluminium is meant to be going up in the next month. They're saying.
It could, but yeah, it's just if I put it in the insulated copper wire in between, they don't check that, or at least they have
I
never.
hope they're not watching your watching now. They'll say, "Oh, we caught him out. This is what he's up to."
Well, yeah.
Never all goodbye to Raphael last night. Partners. You never said goodbye to Raphael last night. You know, Cecilia.
Well, that was last night. I've slept since then.
How much is Minecraft? Well, I think you can buy it for $20, and then you. It all depends. There's two separate versions. There's the Java
Is it
version,
available
and
through Steam?
there's the Bedrock version. I'm not sure if Minecraft is on Steam.
I seen my
I'll just go on my Steam account.
yeah, I see my nieces and nephews. They got Nintendo Switches for Christmas, and I see that they had Minecraft on it.
Yeah, Minecraft is on all platforms, but if
Yeah.
it's not on the PC, then it's the Bedrock version. And the PC, you can play either the Bedrock version or the Java version, but the Java version is better, even though you cannot connect to Bedrock or with that.
That is no problem, Ro. You do whatever you have to do.
Right, I'm going to search.
I'm here to sit here. I'm here sweating at this moment in time.
Minecraft.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Minecraft. I may actually start running my own server as well at some point when I get a new PC, just for the hell of it. Because I used to do that on a older
Get about
PC that I have over here,
£16
but
tops.
that needs to be
Three
upgraded.
versions. There's a Minecraft Dungeons,
I'd be afraid if I start playing Minecraft, I'd
Minecraft
just spend hours
Dungeons
on it.
Zero DLC,
Yes.
or Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, but I'd just spend hours and hours and hours and hours. Next thing, I'd have to give up work or something. Oh. I remember seeing a video of people building amazing buildings on Minecraft. Yeah,
Yes,
Minecraft is very
Minecraft
popular
is
on
basically
YouTube, like.
digital Legos that you don't have to clean up when you're done with it. It's just
And you
turn the
don't have to worry about
game
walking
off,
on the bricks.
nothing.
in your
Exactly,
sock.
nothing to clean up.
Yeah, that you don't have to worry about your feet.
The cool thing about Minecraft systems, there's also like an electrical system in there, which is basically, it's called redstone, and it's kind of like powder or dust that you collect, and you can put that on the ground. And if you put a lamp here and you have a line of the redstone and you put a button or a lever there, then you press the button, the light goes on, press the button, light goes off. You can do the same for opening a door. And there's also like switches you can put in between, like a left to right switch, so you can have two lamps and have one on, and when you press the button the other one goes on. And there's like repeaters, and you can have things slow down, and there's and/or switches. There's all kinds of stuff you can make. And there's actually a guy who created in Minecraft using that system a 8-bit processor, and then he made a screen of blocks that changed color, and he programmed Space Invaders on that using that 8-bit processor. So he basically created a video game within a video game. And this was, I think, close to 10 years ago. So Minecraft was in its infancy. And even the creators of Minecraft
why do you think
were like,
Minecraft is so popular, Ralph? Why is it so popular?
because you can put all your creativity in there. You can make whatever you want, and it's a lot of fun. And when at some point the survival mode came out, then you actually have somewhat of a goal, because as soon as it gets dark, zombies and huge spiders and skeletons and whatnot comes out, and you have to survive. And you start with nothing, so you have to start by punching a tree until it drops some sticks and whatever, and then you can use those to make wooden tools, and then you use the wooden tools to gather stone, and then you have stone. You can make stone tools and use the stone tools. If you're lucky enough and dig deep enough to find some iron ore, you can build a furnace and smelt the iron ore into ingots, use the ingots to make iron tools, and then you have iron tools and swords and stuff, and one thing leads to another. And it's they compare it to Minecraft. They call digital weed. It makes you feel one with nature, but makes you lose complete track of time.
And
Makes you
I can think of
completely
other
lose
ways
track
of losing
time.
track of time.
Well, most video games, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
No,
it's
I
amazing
think
how
of a
long Minecraft has been around.
YouTuber, what she'd done previous to
since-
YouTube.
I think Minecraft had its 10th anniversary like a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago
Yeah.
by now
Yeah, I
already.
think
and it's Microsoft that
something
own
like
that
that.
now, isn't it? Is it?
Microsoft paid Notch, the guy who created it, $2.5 billion for it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And how do Microsoft make money from it? Is it just selling the game, or is it?
But just selling the game.
Well, they'll have the right. They've paid
Zelda
money
was
for it.
my
They'll-
weed.
Was it
Yeah.
they'll pay for rights? So
There's also all sorts of microtransactions in the game now. You can buy skins. If you use the Java version on PC, you can create your own skins, download skins for free, put them in the game. You can use them. But if you use the
you know what I
Bedrock
think
version,
of at the mention
which
of Zelda. I mean, I've heard of the game, but I always think of the the baddie on Terrahawks.
really, you don't know the Legend of Zelda games? Those are awesome. There
I've
was
heard
even
of
a
the
cartoon
game. I'm
show,
not familiar with the
Legend
game,
of
but
Zelda, back in the day.
I know of the game. I've never played it.
Hold on, be right back. If I can reach the damn thing, by the way, that is. I don't think I can. Can I? Not this way.
Is some of your floor disappearing again, Ralph?
Yeah, maybe some of it. Maybe some of it. I'm actually making quite some progress, even though it sometimes seems like stuff is filling up more.
Yeah, so David Young was saying Minecraft came out on November the 18th, 2011.
Well, that's when it officially came out, right?
Yeah.
Or was that the beta version? I played since beta. And I think it was 2011 indeed.
I never played that. I've never played it once. I might download it and see what it's like.
It is quite fun. Nowadays, it's well known how everything works, and there's an actual, like, kind of like an in-game manual on how to make stuff and how to get started. But back in the day, you were just walking around like, what the hell do I do in this game?
Yeah, I'm sure there's YouTube channels all over the place dedicated to it.
Here's some Legend of Zelda stuff. And the Legend of Zelda Wii controller, which is gold.
Gold.
And this is a Link, actually. Many people call the guy Zelda, but yeah, no. Zelda is the princess that you have to save. Beta release December 20th, 2010. Yeah, I started playing since beta.
Goes back
What
to
fell?
80s.
Oh, a battery.
There's the game. There's various.
Zelda game came out in the 80s. I think 84?
Yep. 86.
86, right.
Yeah, right. Teenager then.
Yeah, I was 29 back then.
As always.
Don't forget Ralph as a time traveler.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
immortal.
There's a time traveler.
So yeah, I'll just put this on top of here for now. Don't feel like putting it back.
Have you done anything in the 3D printer lately, Ralph? No?
No, still dormant. I need to clean this place up before I start making more mess using that thing.
I have the
Johnny
original.
5 says we. Does
Yeah,
it need
so
one?
Johnny 5 had the original.
I have the original
Well,
with
that was-
lots of
that was
games.
the
Yeah, I
NES,
still have
wasn't
the
it?
original
Yeah.
as well.
Oh no, it was a Famicom disc system. It was originally
Super
released
Famicom.
on-
Yeah, that's what it was called. Later they changed it to the Nintendo.
They call it disc. Just call it disc system. I think it might have. It preceded the NES.
Famicom is
what's
actually
David
short
Jones
for
saying? Watch
family
out for-
computer or something like that.
What's David Jones saying you have to watch out for in Microsoft?
Yep, the family computer.
Watch
disc
out for
system.
Herobrine. Yeah, that's a meme or what you call it, a legend that was created by the fan base of Minecraft. Someone started a story about the creator Notch, who had a younger brother who always used the name Herobrine when he was playing video games. And he tragically died or something like that. And now there was always an entity called Herobrine in Minecraft. And with every patch update, it would say removed Herobrine. Like they removed it from the game.
Okay.
And because when you play the game, in the earlier days, there was no multiplayer. There was only single player. And basically you do the survival thing endlessly because there was no real goal to the game. And someone took a screenshot of some weird stuff that was supposedly built in his world that he did not make. And he had a screenshot where very far in the distance there was a Minecraft character that your skin is called Steve, but the pupils of the character were completely white, and the textures were slightly grayed out, so like really weird. And that was supposedly the ghost of Herobrine that got into the game, and it's a whole lore thing that kind of was kept alive by the fan base.
An urban
And,
legend.
Yeah, it was quite fun, and it's a well-known thing among Minecraft fans, especially people who've been playing longer. And it's fun how stuff like that gets a life of its own at some point.
I am here.
Anywho, back to scrap. People are like, "Oh no, not video games again."
Yeah, I know. It's like when Raphael starts doing his movie corner. You know?
Yes.
Oh, bother, where's my pen?
I keep cutting these ends off the cable,
Right
but I
back.
still don't know what way I'm going to process them yet. Just to get them 2 little bits of gold out of there. 2 little bits of gold. Gold. I started clearing out the shed anyway, trying to get back into it, so trying to make enough room to get in and do a little bit. Were you back to work tomorrow, Ralph, are you?
Yes.
I'm not back till Thursday, thank God. And if I have this dreaded COVID, I won't be back to work until Thursday week.
You can mine gold in Minecraft too. That is correct. There is gold in Minecraft. And they actually added copper in a.
Someone wants you to change your
so
background, Parker.
update.
Got loads. Who's John Freeman? Is he related to Gordon or
He
Nick?
wants you to change your background. He must have seen you on another live with the same
Was he
background.
Gordon Freeman's brother? Anyone's watched played Half-Life will get that reference. That's a player.
No, it's Morgan
The
Freeman.
main player character.
Every time I see someone in a movie or in a video game holding a crowbar and fighting with a crowbar, I say, "Oh, he's using Gordon Fu." The
Yeah.
crowbar martial art of Gordon Fu.
And what is it? And well, Nick Freeman's a solicitor from Manchester. He's got all celebrities off speeding.
Electronic Scrapper, no, I haven't figured out yet.
It's actually
and eventually I will
a
figure out
spin-off
something.
of Morgan Freeman. They turned
Morgan
it into Gordon
Freeman.
Freeman. It's basically the white version of Morgan Freeman became Gordon Freeman.
Link is there if anyone else wants to come up.
Right, I need to upload. Get the next
Can I?
video uploaded.
This might work.
Is that Volvo that you had up there in the picture your car or someone else's car?
What?
Partners.
Well, the one I had, yeah, no, it's just an XC90. It's not mine.
Oh, because someone said on Facebook there that it's not your car; it's someone else's car is up there.
But no, it wasn't mine. It's identical to mine. But I found the actual one. There you go.
Yeah. So if anyone in chat does know how to get the gold out of these connectors, these little what you call connectors, the RJ,
The internet cable connectors
or
or the telephone connectors, yeah.
Let us know. Have you found an easy way?
RJ5 or RJ11.
Yeah, how to get the gold out of them. If anyone knows in chat, let us know. Electronic Scrapper was asking me, did I know? I said I don't.
A bath of
lactic
liquid
acid, welcome
nitrogen
in.
and then crush them.
Yeah, I was thinking about crushing them, but then I was thinking, well, I just leave them sitting in the acid, and surely over time the acid will eat away and just leave the gold there. And as long as the plastic doesn't dissolve in the acid as well, and then you'd have a real mess to deal with.
Why didn't I do this in the beginning? I'm an idiot.
Yeah, the one thing about this e-waste pickup I've noticed is I'm going to have a lot of cable. Every box that I opened up has these cables in them. You know, all the
Oh, that's
modem
good.
boxes.
Just snip off the ends, toss them in insulated wire.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of it. I didn't expect that much wire. And then there's a lot of what's called there as well, like power supplies for laptops and for other devices. So I'm going to have a lot of
But
power
the
supplies.
adapters, basically.
Yeah, adapters. Yeah, but there'd be the block, the actual block with the wire in both sides. So there's going to be a lot of them as well.
What is this?
And hopefully some nice lumps of gold at the end of it. What time are you at work tomorrow, Ralph?
When I want to.
Have you many calls tomorrow? Ralph? Hello, Ralph?
Yes. What?
Have you many calls tomorrow? I said.
I know, probably 8, like usual.
Oh, they keep it to about 8, is it?
Yeah. And if I'm lucky, there's at least 1, maybe 2 that I come into the house and say it's not working, and I go click, and then it's working, and then I can go again.
David Jones
That
has
happens.
a question. What are the wires usually made of? Well, these wires are usually very thin little bit of copper, 2 little strands of copper running through the center, very small amount of copper and just insulated with insulation, essentially. So they go into your insulated wire pile, as Ralph said earlier, and whatever your scrapyard is giving you for insulated wire, that's what you'll get.
I got 250 a kilogram, and I turned in 168 kilograms of just the wires last time. So that's what I used to buy a PS5. I got 583 euros out of that. Well, not just the wire, there was also some scrap steel, but that didn't amount to that much.
Yeah, but that's the thing about scrapping is some people scrap to make a living, which is their job, and then the likes of us do the scrapping, and then if we get a bit of extra income, we can say, you know what, I'll put that 500 quid towards a PS5 or a new laptop or a new computer or a camera for my YouTube channel or something. That's the what we get out of it, you know. And other people make a living from it. I'm back in a second. Ralph, you're in charge. I'm going to the toilet.
Oh. All right.
Is he recycling his beer?
He's being a pissy boy.
Sorry, I'm just actually sorting out my upload here. Your Irish does at the end of his stream. He goes around panel asking what I've got coming up.
Right. Don't all talk at once.
No.
You only rent the beer. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll say. Oh yeah, his chair. Is that the light up one? Alexa does his Bond villain.
One with all the lights. Yeah.
Yeah, Alexa does his Bond villain thing. Does Irish. Time to party.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
That's best line on Goldfinger, is that?
Yeah.
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond.
This is what I never understood about like the Bond movies or any other movie where the hero got like tied up. Like every episode of the old 66 Batman where they got tied up and there was like something heading their way and it would kill them. Why not just shoot them immediately? I mean...
it's something to do with dramatic effect and stuff.
Yeah, it was entertaining when you were a kid, though.
Yeah, it was done for entertainment.
Exactly.
That's I remember the 60s Batman. That's the Batman I grew up with.
What are you saying about my chair?
Late great Adam West.
I grew up on that as well on the reruns.
Nice, welcome in.
But the Batmobile, I think that's the best Batmobile. That were actually a one-off concept car that had been adapted. It was a Lincoln Futura, which is basically a concept car, and they adapted it. What was his name?
Yeah. Scatman 50's right. You can't just kill a spy. You have to torture him first.
You can't just kill a spy. You have to yeah, true.
You know. That's where they all went wrong with James Bond. Instead of just shooting him, they torture him first and then just escapes. Where if they just shot him as soon as they captured him, that was it. You know?
But if you read the Ian Fleming novels, they're nothing like the films.
I still haven't watched the new James Bond film, even though I downloaded it.
I still haven't watched it, yeah.
No Time to Die. Watch it.
Yeah.
I think it's up there with Skyfall. In terms of Daniel Craig Bonds.
Many people didn't like Skyfall because there was basically no real like big action in there.
I prefer Skyfall actually.
I think it's a good modern
I like
Bond.
Skyfall, yeah. I thought it was very good. The whole atmosphere and even the song by Adele. The whole atmosphere of the song that was really well tied into the whole atmosphere of the movie. Yeah. I also still need to see Spider-Man, by the way.
Turn on the lights on the chair this
It's
year.
definitely up there with Skyfall. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to reveal the plot. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. In fact, I saw it on DVD for a tenner in Asda or 15 quid on Blu-ray.
Which one? Skyfall?
No Time to Die.
Oh,
Is it on Blu-ray
is it
already?
already out on DVD?
Yeah, it's on disc. Yeah, you can get it on DVD and Blu-ray. £10 for
Oh.
DVD or £15 for Blu-ray. Don't have a Blu-ray player. Hardly use. I've only got a handful of Blu-ray discs.
It grows
I
I think I own
DVD
4 or
and
5 Blu-ray medias. That's basically when I stopped buying stuff on disc and just
Here's a
stuck
question
to the
for
downloading.
Scrapman50. He might know how to get these out. Scrapman50, do you know how to get the gold from these RJ connectors? Come on, you're the man now. If there's anyone to know.
Yeah, he does the gold too.
Yeah. Hey, Technios channel, welcome in. I seen he done a video this morning on I think it was motors he was scrapping out.
Oh, Technicus channel. Hello.
Yeah. Crush them with a pliers, he's saying. Yeah, I'll have to crush them some way. I wonder if I put them in. I wonder if I put them in the freezer to harden them up a bit first, make them more brittle. That when you hit them with the hammer or pliers, they'll crack easier. Because some of these are very soft plastic, and when you go crushing them, they kind of just mold in on top of each other rather than shatter. I'll have to do like Dan, wasn't it? He used to do the he used to put the watch call into the solenoids, I think, was it, into the freezer. And then when he took them out and hit them with the hammer, they shattered straight away from K&D scrapping. Once you crush them, the pins will be more accessible. Yeah, I suppose the pins ink and the acid can work on the pins better.
Ooh, Burt Monster.
Does anyone have scrap IC chips on the? Yeah, I scrap the IC chips. I take them off the motherboard. I have them all collected up, and I hope to incinerate them and get the gold bonded wires from them. I see
gold corner ones. I like these.
Done a different way of doing it. Yeah, well, they're the gold corner ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm saving those up for e-waste Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, the gold corner ones. But I take off all the chips off the motherboards, off the RAM, off the even these boards that I'm working on there at the moment. See the chips there, the black chips. I'll take all them off. Again, same on the other side. If there's any, none on that side. So I'll take all them black chips off there. And
everyone scraps ICs from motherboards. Well, e-waste Mike doesn't, because he just turns in the motherboards because he gets good price at board sort.
There's that cough coming back.
Yeah, well, this is good mate, isn't it? Chris is his good mate.
Yeah. Hold them a bit closer. I could probably grab them. Command Scrapman50. Scrapman50. What are you scrapping out these days? What are you working on? What gold are you trying to recover? Have you recovered any more gold this year, or did you take quite an easy year? Scrapman50 said he's not going to sell gold till it reaches 50,000 an ounce.
Hold it, I see a bit closer. I couldn't grab it.
Okay. Are the restrictions reintroduced over there in Holland? Hold on, I'll make that bigger so you can rightly grab it. There we go, the gold corner BJ.
I got it. Nope, mine. I have no idea about restrictions. I'm a gamer. The whole COVID situation has no effect on me.
And then when you take the the black cap off that one that Ralph has, that's what you get underneath. Well, you can't see the gold.
There's gold in there.
Green screen for a second.
Board Sort actually buys those bottoms for $5 a pound.
Oh, I can't tell. Let me turn off my green screen. Can I? I don't know. I won't bother. I'll do it later. But yeah, you get the gold underneath there. So,
Ooh.
What's Scrapman50 saying? Holy IC. I've been fixing industrial microwaves. The only gold and silver I get nowadays comes from control panels. Okay, so are you fixing these industrial microwaves for a company or for yourself, or have you a repair shop, or what are you doing, Scrapman50?
Yeah.
Or are you working for someone that does that repair work?
This is from a. Let's see.
Hey, Raphael, welcome in.
These are the control boards I get out of microwaves. So there's actually not that much on them.
I see a few
These are
small
not
IC
industrial
chips on it.
microwaves.
I think you have an IC chip there.
The interesting stuff is in here. Those are relays. Those have the silver contacts and the silver the copper pins. This stuff here, these pins are brass and probably silver plated sometimes. And there's a tiny IC here.
Yeah.
And some of those MOSFETs that are stuck to the board, which is annoying to get off. There's a tiny bit of copper in there, which I don't take off. I don't bother with the capacitors. This blue M&M is actually a varistor, not a capacitor. So there's not really much to the stuff I get, even though I do get I think 20-ish cents a pound for just the board, and I can take off all the brass that I like to melt and the relays. So yeah, it's a tiny little bonus to the job, I guess.
Yeah. Scrapman 50 in there. When you take off the black caps, the gold is still, there's gold still in the black caps as well. Don't throw them away, guys, because you can put them in with your IC chips when you're burning your IC chips.
Yeah.
Or incinerating them, and you'll get the gold bonding wires that's in there as well. What was who knows, bro? I was just saying, everyone just saying hi to Raphael as he came in. Raphael,
hello, Raphael.
Enjoy your dinner. I think I seen you on.
Raphael.
He was on Miss Canadian Scrappers there, and I seen at one stage he had to go. He said it was dinner time, and he had to head off for his dinner. Late dinner, about 8 o'clock his time. You'll have indigestion having dinner that late.
So I didn't even notice that Anfield dropped off.
Oh, he went ages ago.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in demand.
Did he say goodbye? Actually,
He did. Yeah. He had to go do the dishes.
Yeah.
It was his turn to wash the dishes.
Well, he doesn't have a dishwasher?
No, I don't have a dishwasher.
I don't either. But then again, I don't wash my dishes often. I have that many dishes in a big set that I only have to do my dishes like 3 times a year.
What do you do? Just let them pile up, is it?
He hasn't had a clean dish now since the dog died.
Yeah, the dog used to.
No.
Yeah, that's later on, Raphael.
Good morning
I'll say that later on.
As well.
I said the
Raphael, how do you pronounce his name? Ralph, sorry.
I'll use the Brannock sort of.
Ebelski.
You know, as a good night. Sort of good night's like a goodbye.
Yeah.
It's used as a goodbye at night.
I'm very bad at pronouncing names that aren't Irish.
I'm using it in the context of a good evening. Good evening sort of generally used as a greeting.
Yeah, well, it's what time here? If
it's the right context in Polish.
Here, 10 o'clock in the evening in.
Do I eat off paper plates? No.
And.
So that he hadn't had a clean plate now since the dog died.
No, I once bought a set of silverware and plates and dishes and everything complete. It was a 12-piece set for $50, something like this. So 12 big plates, 12 small plates, 12 soup plates, knives, forks, small spoons, big spoons. I don't know, whatever. 12 of everything. So I have 2 drawers in my kitchen, and I put all the bigger stuff on one side, all the smaller stuff on the other side, a couple of cupboards on top, all the big stuff on one side, all the small stuff on the other side. And basically, I get a plate, I use the plate. I'm the only one that lives here, so if I put a plate somewhere, I know it's my plate.
And when you're the only person living there, and you only have one plate dirty, would you not just go and wash the one plate?
No, I have only one plate. I see the plate somewhere. Oh, this is the plate I used. I know that, so I put my food on there again. So, and I do that 3 or 4 times, and then I think like, oh, well, I'll just rinse it like quickly and then put it on the side, and then I get the next plate, and then at some point that I don't use anymore and put it there. Same with with all the knives and the forks. And at some point, the whole thing is stacked up, and then I'm running out of plates because I have 12 big plates, 12 small plates. So I have gone through about 24 plates ish, and then we're 3 to 4 months further down the line, and then it's now it's time to do the dishes. Then I take my laptop, I put my laptop in the kitchen and play some music or watch a video and wash the dishes, and I'm occupied for like an hour to maybe 90 minutes. And then everything is clean and the cupboards are full again. And then I can wait for another 3 to 4 months before I have to do the dishes. So it's not a big problem. Unless I'm going to get company, specifically female company, then I clean up everything.
It needs at least a month. It needs at least a month's notice.
When you see,
that is true. I do need about a month notice so that I can have my place cleaned up.
if you see Ralph doing a big cleanup, you know there's female company coming.
No, I am trying to get this place sorted by the beginning of next year, because I've been living in this scrapyard for quite some time, and I do want to advance my setup over there with all my gaming consoles and movie.
So it'll be another couple of trips to the
station.
scrapyard in your future.
Yes, I've already filmed a couple of scrapyard runs, and I'm going to be filming a couple more, and then you'll see the whole total that I got out of basically the scrapyard that has become my living room.
Gold-plated sulfuric stripping cell or Eco Gold. I never used that Eco Gold.
Lost
X.
somewhere in the room. No, I actually bring everything to the kitchen. I try.
Yes, he is trying. Quite trying at times.
Jeez, this is stuck on there good.
I'll just put the link out again in case anyone wants to come up. I don't know. It should be pinned there anyway, but some people
Well, it's pinned.
don't
It's
see the
pinned
pinned
at
one.
the top.
Yeah.
Not everyone can see the pinned link, I've heard.
What, in the chat?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
I think people on like a mobile device, like a phone or a tablet, might not be able to see it.
No, I see it anytime I'm on the
I'm
mobile.
on my phone.
Because it's mainly a mobile I use. It's only whenever I come into this room.
I've heard someone say that at some point. Oh well. But yeah, you know, with this whole COVID mess, there's not many people too eager to come and visit.
The tub is getting filled with getting there.
If it wasn't for this whole COVID mess, I probably would go across the pond and visit some people over there in the UK and in the Americas.
My last gold experiment taken an early 535 and stripping the gold off it using a stripping cell. And how did that go, Scrapman 50? Stay at home. Just talk. Haven't a chance to check. It still will eventually. Okay. Partners learned. There you go. So partners learned how to say goodbye in Scottish. On alleys, they reckon.
No, I didn't. I didn't learn a single word of Gaelic.
Well, in Irish, to say goodbye is slán. So like slán go fóil or slán lá.
You know, this telling porkies.
So, well, slán.
I learnt nothing of the sort.
I think it's the same in Scotland. I think it's slán as well. Slán lá or slán go fóil.
Well, Ali's our resident Scottish Gaelic expert. He learned to speak Gaelic before I could speak English.
Who did?
Ali.
Oh, well, we didn't learn Irish over here, even though we learned it in school, but we don't speak fluent Irish over here. Shark Scrapper, how did you? How are things? Hope you had a good
Okay.
Christmas. I seen Sharky scrapped out another PC, but this time there's no hornets in it. Oh, I sweated watching him scrap out that hornet one. I was sweating watching him do it.
Another nice bundle of Chinesium. There we go.
What's an ad for Mint Mobile? Another for some.
I'm still waiting for the iScrap app to put Chinesium up as a product.
Well, I always get the same two adverts. The sex shop, even though I looked on there for ages. not that sexy EX. You know, the sort of, it's like the electronics, consoles and such like, and phones and games, that sort of thing.
How does it? Do you have to watch the full ad for anyone to get? I don't think you even have to watch the full ad. It's just if it's
skippable, you can skip it.
Yeah.
What's an ad?
What's an ad?
Yeah, we know you've got ad blocker, Ralph.
What's an ad?
So you want
Dirt Rider.
Lacy Brad, but I'm forever
Dirt Rider, good to see you. And David Young is back again. Welcome back again, David.
I manipulate the universe around me so that it bends to my will. So I do not see ads.
Vacuum cleaners the other day, but unfortunately both motors. Oh, Chinese. Oh, here come the sneezes now. Jeez.
Oh, mine's loaded something on his other little channel. Home Print is a channel called Home Print. Am I subscribed to it? To Home Print? And I'm subscribed to other ones, Retro Hacks and Butler's Empire.
Hey, Bill, welcome in.
Yeah,
good to see you.
Okay, that one somewhere on the floor. I'll find that in a few months.
Yeah, when you do your big cleanup, you'll find it there somewhere.
Yeah, it's funny. I just I took one of these strips that I take off of these display panels that I replace for work. Sometimes these are from the slightly fancier microwave ovens, and there's a circuit board in there. Sometimes they have Wi-Fi in it. That's when they come with like a sticker. And I took one of these and just ran it across the floor underneath the little drawer cabinet down here, and I found all kinds of stuff that I dropped like months and months ago. I was like, right, I remember this piece of brass. That was in one of that, and then I dropped it and couldn't find it anymore.
He'll find it when he cleans his dishes. Yeah, he'll definitely find it when he cleans his dishes. It's probably landed over on top of one of his dishes.
No dishes under there. There's a Wi-Fi card in here.
Was there a Wi-Fi card in it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about in the future. That's what you're going to be finding, a lot of Wi-Fi cards and stuff like that, and an awful lot of like washing machines and dishwashers and all that sort of electronics are going to have the Wi-Fi cards in them.
Or for restaurants all around the US, they weigh 100 pounds each. Often they get damaged in shipment, so I get to scrap them all out. Oh, that's awesome. So basically you get a complete unused microwave, so it's not disgusting.
Bill wants to know what is Boxing Day. Well,
Boxing Day.
Well, it's called
Boxing Day. Yeah, who's fighting?
It's called
it's not that sort of boxing.
No, but it's called Boxing Day in the UK, but in Ireland it's called St. Stephen's Day. That's what it's called. So today is
the Feast of Stephen.
Yes, that's what it's called in Ireland. It's not called Boxing Day. We call it St. Stephen's Day.
Well, because you
in the Netherlands we call it Pakjesavond, and it's on December 5th, because that's when the original Sinterklaas is, where the Santa Claus is derived from. The fake one that's made up by the Coca-Cola company, that's known across the world now.
I shall drop a Wikipedia link.
Was Santa Claus not named after St. Nicholas, no?
It
Yeah,
was,
Saint
yes.
Nicholas, Sinterklaas, Saint
Yeah.
Nicholas,
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Saint Nick.
Because Saint Nick used to go around before he became a saint, and he used to give presents to everyone and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and help them out. So then they
Well, there goes a Wikipedia
became a
link.
saint then after he died, and that's where it came from.
They carried on the tradition, kind of.
Yeah.
And now it's one big commercial mess.
Oh yeah, it's all like the big
Yes.
toy stores and the drinks companies and the food companies are all on the bandwagon.
Yep.
So it's like Easter and it's like Halloween. Sure, Halloween now has turned into a massive weekend, and you know, one time it meant nothing. It was just a bit of fun, and that was it in the house. Now it's like sending cards, decorations, every sort of thing. Yeah, microwaves are usually disgusting, Scrapman 50. That's if you ever move into a house and there's a microwave there, have a look in there first, and then you know if the house is a dirty house or not. Because if they don't clean the inside of the microwave, chances are they haven't cleaned the rest of the house.
Well, to be fair, my microwave isn't that clean either, because I had what's the word? A vessel of soup explode in there, tomato soup. So the inside of my microwave is slightly orangey brown tinged, when the rest of the microwave is like white beige-ish.
And
But it still works fine, so.
Would you not get a cloth and just wipe it?
I actually did, but it's quite difficult to get that off.
Part of the service I perform, I repair then and clean them out. It takes 3 times longer to clean them than it does to fix them. I found half-cooked burritos once. It smelled so bad I thought it was dog turd. When I worked in a shop where we used to sell microwaves, and you'd always get the people coming back after maybe a year or two, and they'd be saying, "Oh, the sparks coming out the side of my microwave," and blah blah blah. And what they'd done was they forgot to replace the shield that's on the side that wears down over time.
Yep. The mica plate. That's basically the stuff that I was holding earlier that had the coils on it.
And all they do is buy a new one of them, cut it to size, put it in, and the microwave carries on working as normal.
Well, we don't actually have to cut it to size. We have those specific for certain models, and sometimes just replace those. Just 2 screws, take the thing out.
Yeah, but
put
see,
a new
you're doing for the company, but we were selling for every brand. So if someone came in with a Bosch brand, you know, it's the same having Bosch and Whirlpool and Sanyo and Samsung, and everyone would just have one plate, one card, and the person cut it to whatever size fitted their microwave in.
Ah, yeah, okay. I scrapped out, I think, 10 microwaves some time ago. I have the footage, need to edit that into a video at some point. And I found in one of the microwaves, on top of the main transformer, which turns the 220 volts that we use here into 5,000 volts to power the magnetron, there was on the poles there was a carcass of a mouse. As soon as I touched it, it crumbled to dust. Yeah.
So he
only the little bones fell on the floor.
So he went in and got cooked.
Yes. He didn't like the 5,000 volts running through his body.
No.
So there's a couple of gold fingers on these. I'm gonna have to cut these off because Scrapping Irish likes those.
On the Wi-Fi cards, is it?
No, actually on the screen bit. There's a couple of the there's some gold pins.
Oh
on
yeah. What's Shark saying? I rather the folks who just replace them, at least you can put them old ones on the street. Yeah, just get rid of the microwave and put a new one in. You get the old one.
We'll probably see Ralph's microwave video around somewhere in the middle of next year. Yes, probably ish. I'm trying to put all the free time that I have, or most of the free time that I have, into actually getting this place sorted, because I'm actually not hoarding scrap anymore. I know Ian Matthews said that he stopped scrapping and he's now a scrap metal artist. I'm actually going to stop hoarding as much scrap as I used to do, and only
Now you
take
do know we've mentioned his name twice, so one more time
Yeah.
he will appear.
and only take easy stuff and the stuff that I get from work.
Yeah, if you mention his name one more time, he will appear.
And everything that is left by the end of the vacation that I'm going to be taking in February, everything is left and unprocessed is going to the scrap as a scrapyard as shred.
As a whole item, you're not going to scrap it out at all.
I'm not gonna, unless I know that there's good stuff in there. But if I do know that there's good, that's probably stuff I'm gonna scrap out first. So yeah. So this is the Wi-Fi card that's in one of those. Has a Whirlpool Corp on it. There we go.
But no gold fingers there at all. I thought there'd be a gold finger somewhere.
There's
A little
some
bit of gold
gold
flashing there.
pins and some gold flashing, but not a
Yeah.
lot. Funny thing here, there's on here is a little plastic cover that has I think a speaker in there, and that connects to the little gold pieces on there, so that makes the beeping sound whenever you press buttons and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. So I just tossed this in with my mid-grade, I guess. I'm not even sure if my scrapyard differentiates in different grades of boards. I know that they take main boards from computers as a grade on its own, but I'm not sure about the rest. I'm still separating it though, like low grade and higher grade computer boards. Ralph, what's under the tin? Oh, in this thing. Under the, hold on, let me.
Under the aluminium shield.
Well, it's not actually aluminium. If it was, I took it
No.
off. It's steel. So
Just steel.
steel. Let's see, wire. So there's nothing left in there. Let's see if I can get this off. Where's my knife? See if there's actual something. I remember taking this off on one of them and then thinking it's not worth to take off, so I stopped doing it. But I kind of forgot what was under it. I could take off the steel and just toss that in with the shred. Where's my other pliers? Dang it! Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, there's some ICs on there, flat packs.
We're all waiting to see.
Yeah, there's two little ones. I took the small part off. There's a flat pack and a chip. The connectors on this side, that's where the Wi-Fi antennas connect to. Those are gold plated. Let's see what's on the other one. See if I can get this off without stabbing myself.
So Dave Young donates his where am I there? His boards to a thing, and it keeps the CPUs. They make money off all electronic parts. So they're probably selling the parts to Board Sorter or someone like that. Oh no, where's David? He's not in America, is he? No pressure on you here, Ralph. We're all just waiting to see what it is.
No.
Scrapman said, "Show me the
Is
money."
that Weeble talk? If you've heard of Weeble Bob.
That's just something I made up just now. I don't know. Well, there's a couple of MLCCs and more flat packs on there. So, might be interesting to people who take off the chip. There's a tiny golden oscillator in there.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's actually a nice size chip.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on, focus on the thing. There we go.
Yeah, so that'd be like a mid-grade board, I'd be thinking.
I guess.
You know, because it's got a few IC chips on it. It's got the flat it's got the gold ring ceramic CPU, not ceramic CPU, ceramic
The oscillator,
it's an oscillator. It's got that one on it. It's got a few MLCCs. So yeah, it's not. I'd say mid range. What do you reckon, Shark? You're the expert. Shark.
I'd say mid-grade as well.
Yeah.
But
David, you
my
reckon he could be
scrapyard
Russian
probably
for all
just-
I know. You're correct, David. You could be a Russian. My Vicurious Life, welcome in. Sorry, I didn't see you coming in.
Hello, my vicarious life. So this now goes in with the steel because that's. Wait, this is not magnetic. Wait, it's not magnetic. Where be the file?
It's probably stainless steel, is it?
Probably. You can tell by how it files. Oh, it files quite. No way. Is this yellow?
Is it brass?
That would be weird. Now let's file a bigger piece. It feels real stiff and annoying when filing, so it's probably stainless steel. No, it's not yellow. It's stainless steel. My curtains are slightly yellowish, so if it reflects in there, then I see yellow. Just stainless. So into the shred. There we go.
And would you not get a better price? Does stainless not give you a better price?
I don't care. I can't melt it. It goes into the shred.
Okay. Right, I'm going to get something else to scrap out now because I have scrapped out all them, cut all the connectors off. So I have a full thing of little connectors there now. So I need to find something else to scrap out. So I'll be back in a minute. You're in charge this time, Ernest. It's not that big of a responsibility. You don't have to die.
Funny thing is, I clean microwaves
Sorry about
every
that
day,
for
but mine
nearly
is never
choking.
clean. Nobody pays me to do it. Yeah, that's kind of my thing as well.
Right, let's go and find something else to scrap out. Back in a minute.
What's a rope? It says. Not really, I'm very much alive. Oh. Should we put Snobby Ralph Melter?
What?
That's what Romantics put in chat.
Snobby Ralph Melter. What?
You mean somebody needs a COVID test? I choked on my iron brew.
Instead of Snobby Scrap Picker,
I
Snobby
ain't
Ralph
got the
Melter.
virus. Oh. So no, I'm not dying, and I've not got the virus. I just a bit of iron brew went out wrong way.
Parknest, are you dying? Oh.
Very much alive.
Unfortunately, we're not that lucky.
Exactly.
That's an awful thing to say. Right,
Oh, you know me, I don't care about
bags
anyone
of
who's not
these
me.
yolks. So, what are these yolks?
Talking about
What's in the
like you're on a
bag?
BMW car.
What's in the
dealership and
bag?
you drive
What's
a
in the
Honda.
bag?
What's that?
What's
What's
in the
that
bag?
supposed to mean?
In the bag is another bag which contains these.
What is that?
It's like
Oh, that's car stereo stuff.
It's
car.
like what used to be an old for the old Nokia phones.
Oh, yeah.
Car charger, yeah.
You know what's the car charger? It came with a headphone, and it came with one of these which had like a speaker built onto them.
Oh, it turns your phone into hands-free.
Yeah, into a little thing. So the pin on the end seems to be gold plated of sorts, or flashed, or whatever you want to call it. So I'll be keeping them, and we'll test them for see if it is gold or is it actually just brass. But it looks more like a gold that's on it for the connection.
Plated.
Yeah, to make it a better connection, rather than a brass. And I'll cut the wire off. I'll keep it, and I'll see what's inside there in a minute. I'll open that up and we'll see what's inside it in a minute. And it might be something interesting. But all I'm doing first is cutting these ends off. I'm cutting this cable off here. So we put this wire into the insulated wire again. So we'll cut that off. Oh, the old Pringle jar will work for that.
Okay, see you later, electronic scrapper.
I'm off. Got to pick up some. Okay, well, you look after yourself, electronic scrapper, and good having you in as always. So again,
Yeah, see you later.
it looks like
There we
copper
go.
wire through there. So that goes into the insulated copper wire, and left is a bloody screw. There is a bloody
Copper King
screw.
Recycling.
So now
So
I have to get a
forget see you earlier
screwdriver.
on.
Let's get a screwdriver. Do I have a screwdriver up here? Probably
I
not.
don't think it's that cold air cruiser, Mark. Probably just above freezing.
I'm going to have to go get a screwdriver now. Because I didn't bring a screwdriver with me. Well, we'll take this end off because usually that little tip there is usually brass. So we'll test that with a file later and see if it's brass under it. If not, it'll just go straight into shred. Little spring, useless.
Minus 18C outside.
Where's
We
that?
had minus 3C outside.
Hey,
and it
Copper
was
King.
like,
Come in. Sorry, I missed you coming in.
See what it is here.
Oh, here it's warm here. It's like up on 10 degrees Celsius at the moment, which is
I think
warm
we're
for
in the
this time
plus
of
as
year.
well over here now. I think we're at like 2 or 3.
Oh no,
Let's see,
it's
what
warm.
are we at?
These little fuses, these little glass
Yeah,
fuses
3.
are in things. Are there anything in them, boys? Anything of value?
Well,
No?
the ends are usually brass.
Yeah, well, I'll have.
And the wire
I
could be
think there's
silver.
about how many's in a box there? 120 of them in a box, so I have 120 of them fuses. These little things here are usually brass as well. These little ins here
Yep.
are usually brass.
What the weather is over here?
2 degrees. Oh no, it's warmer than that here, I think, at the moment. What's it in Ireland at the moment?
I'm at 3.
Let me have a look. Someone in the basement. I'll be with you in a minute. Whoever's in the basement. We are 8 degrees at the moment over here. Well, that was updated at 4 o'clock. Let me check
You're
now.
warm.
Let me check now. That was at 4 o'clock today.
Freezing.
So we're down to 6 degrees now. So it's still
What's wrong
warm
with the
for this time
metric
of year.
system, although the EU didn't totally metricators.
Fracking metric system? You mean the one
Hey,
that actually
Sharky.
makes sense?
I mean, Sharky. Anyway, it was actually invented in this country.
Hey, Sharky, I'm glad you came up because I have to go again. I have to leave someone of an adult nature in charge. Back in a minute. I need to get a screwdriver for this to see what's inside this. Back in a minute.
Well, you don't have those there? Hello, Sharky.
Okay, it's time to misbehave.
It's time we always misbehave, don't we?
Boy, it was warm here today. Let's see.
30 Celsius sounds like
Always
freezing
warm
weather.
in Florida. Florida.
Freezing is when it's below 0. That's when water freezes.
Yeah, freezing.
76 Fahrenheit here today.
How the other half lives.
Wearing a nice short sleeve shirt that Mrs. Shark got for me.
Florida. Closer to the equator.
Just a bit.
Just plain old straight Coca-Cola, I'm afraid.
I wish I had some left. I'm on coffee again.
However-
Iron brew.
Yeah, so it is kind of funny though, because one of the things that Mrs. Shark always bakes up at Christmas time is rum balls.
Oh,
So I can eat a rum ball, take a swig of Coke, and that's about as close as I get to a rum and Coke anymore.
32 Fahrenheit is freezing. Yeah, I know. But just leave the inferior system behind and convert to logic.
I tell you what used to drive me nuts, Ralph, when I was studying and actively involved in meteorology and oceanography, you always had to report both.
Yeah.
And you always had to work in at least 2 decimal points when you were doing a scientific paper or a study or something like that. So it's not like you could just say, oh, well, you know, that's about something. No, you had to frickin' do the math, and just used to frickin' drive me nuts.
In science, they mostly use Kelvin, which is another thing that also makes sense,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
Because in Kelvin, 0 is basically absolute 0, because that's when everything is dead. There's no more movement.
Yeah, fortunately, we didn't have to deal with that much in meteorology and oceanography because, you know, those were more physical sciences, and what
Yeah.
you're relating to is you know, things that humans worry about. Whereas if you were a chemist or you know, that kind of person, then yeah, Kelvin would be the world you would usually live in.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my daughter, well, I'm a little bit worried about my daughter. This was her Christmas present.
Oh boy. So the shark ate Santa. I need a little Santa hat for my scrapping my copper balls.
Maybe she
I
was.
still
Maybe
haven't
that's what she
found
was telling
one.
you, that that's the only present you could get because the shark ate Santa Claus and with all the rest of the presents.
So it's a tree ornament. We have one of our Christmas trees is all critters, so this will go on the critter tree.
The critter tree. Will you?
Yeah, more gold fingers. Gold finger.
Okay, so we get to see what's inside here. Well, we know there's going to be a speaker in here, but what else is in here?
Roaches on my floor at 0 Kelvin after I crushed them under my foot.
So there's the speaker. So one speaker that I'll take out. That's I don't know whether I take it out or just leave it as it is. And what's in the other part is a board which has a little MOSFET on it and an IC chip of sorts, and that's about it really.
Yeah,
Right.
well, the MOSFET has a bit of copper on it. That's
Circuit board.
interesting.
Yeah, that's it. An LED, few capacitors. That's it. No gold whatsoever. Only the IC chip there will probably be the only thing I'll take off this board, and the rest will be just shoved into shred, because that's all I can get shred price for them boards. So I'm just going to continue cutting off the ends, and I won't bother opening them until I'm ready to take off the IC chips, and that's it. So anyhow, Shark, how are things with you?
It's all good.
It's
We had a
good.
very nice Christmas, and we like to drag out the present opening for days. So we're slowly working our way through the presents, and
Well, you got
just
that
having a
many?
blast. Pardon me?
You like to make them last.
You got that many presents? It takes days?
Well,
Or
Mr.
it's like
Shark,
one per hour or what?
well, it's like, you know, we'll do a couple and then we'll wait a few hours and then do a couple more. And yeah, it's Christmas is also an opportunity for Mrs. Shark and I to give each other things that, you know, you really wouldn't necessarily consider them presents, right? Like shirts and underwear and socks
Oh,
and
yeah.
whatever. So, but we have a lot of fun wrapping them up and putting pretty boxes under the tree and stuff. So, all right. So here's another one.
Another little critter.
Little moose. Copyright.
That's why I didn't play it too long.
Demonetize
Oh,
his video now. Live stream.
It scoots across the floor when it's running.
Funny. Cockroaches are not small enough, Scrapman 50. It's about atoms, I think. Atoms and molecules and stuff stop moving at 0 Kelvin. Something like along that line.
Oh, wrong one. Hold on. Where am I going here? So, Shark, do you think that is gold plated?
Those usually are gold plated, I think. I think
Yeah.
Shark just muted himself because someone came in.
He did. He muted himself.
But I keep those separate.
Yeah, I'm going to keep them separate.
And I send them over to you when I get a big bucket full of them.
Yes, I think that's gold plated.
There he is.
Oh, that's cool. Was that a sticker?
Yeah, it's a sticker for the car.
That looked cool on the car.
That is pretty awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, that'll go on one of the doors of the Sharkmobile. So that'll be kind of fun. I don't know where my wife finds this kind of stuff. She always comes up with some of the most creative presents.
Yeah, you have a lot of shark stuff in Florida, don't
You
you?
know what VPN you'll use? Surfshark.
Why the hell did I keep these shock absorbers?
Oh, come on. Usually the bad jokes are Brizzy that does the bad jokes, not you. I haven't seen Brizzy tonight. I hope no one blocked him again. So what have you been scrapping out today, Shark? Were you
Might be a bit
working or were
early,
you off,
maybe.
or what are we doing?
It'll be 20 to 8 in the morning in Brisbane.
Yeah, Fahrenheit versus Celsius versus Kevin. 0 in Fahrenheit, really cold outside. 100, really hot outside. Celsius, 0 outside, fairly cold outside. 100, dead. Kelvin, 0, dead. 100, dead. Thanks for that, David. He just sent that through Facebook.
I'm so cheap. I buy presents after the holiday and hand them around.
You're going to need a
New Year.
bigger cage.
Command my curious life.
So my vicarious life. I had some friends growing up that's exactly what they did. They would celebrate Christmas and they would just exchange things that they had made for each other. And then the parents would take advantage of the after Christmas sales to buy cool stuff for the kids that they couldn't otherwise afford. And then they would all get those at New Year's Eve. So yeah,
that's buy the Christmas decorations in the new year and keep them for next year.
I do that.
Because they'll be on sale. They'll be trying to get rid of them. So Christmas lights that were, we say 50 quid might be a $5, just to, rather than the shop have to store them for a year, they'll just sell them for anything they can get for them. Then people just store them and put them up next year.
I've actually found Christmas lights at some stores that were so inexpensive during the sales. I could have chucked them in and sold them to the scrapyard and made money on them.
I made money on them.
If I ever come across something like that, I would do that in a heartbeat. Just buy stuff. Unfortunately, if you go to like a Salvation Army store or what do you call those, second-hand stores or thrift stores, and you look at stuff like all the tin and all the brass and all the copper pieces, they always make sure that they ask at least twice the weigh-in price for it. It's like they know.
Well, I think that because sometimes frequently they have scrappers working at those places. So
and they just take everything, or people buying just going like thank you, and then they end up with empty shelves, and then the guy just goes to the scrapyard and sells it and makes twice his money.
But given
like
that
someone needs a shave, yes.
Given that places like Salvation Army are using those stores to earn money to fund their operations for other things, it would seem to me that what do they care if the stuff is sold out? Just keep selling it.
Yeah.
Just get the money.
Yeah, either way, as long as they get the money, they don't care.
Yeah, but they want to try to get more than scrap price. Otherwise, they'd be turning it into the scrapyard probably.
Yeah.
I guess. Where did the other one go? I had another one of these.
So, are you going? What was I going to say there, Shark? Oh yeah, you were saying there, someone was saying scrapyards shut down over there for the weekend, so you won't be open till Monday. Is that in your area too?
Yeah. And then they'll open for a short bit, but they have to do end of year inventory. So, they might be open for a day or two, and then they're going to shut down for inventory for a couple days. So
That'll be a lot of counting in a scrapyard.
yeah. So
I wouldn't like to be doing that job.
Yeah, so they'll be open Monday, and I think a half day on Tuesday, and then they're shut down for the rest of the year for inventory.
Watch call David Young is out of deviled eggs, so he's sad now. Oh, look, another bag of them.
Let's see. Let's find something interesting to scrap out.
Hey, take it easy, Scrapman 50. He's taking the dog for a walk.
All right.
Later on, Scrapman 50. Take care,
The
man.
dog is taking him for a walk. This is interesting. This is a fog machine.
Lulu and I recently got back from doing that. I can't say the word because she'll get all excited if she hears it. But
Ah.
a fog machine, a kerosene fog machine, does it work?
They said it still worked. I'm not sure if what uses this. High output fog machine.
That looks like that could be a lot of fun,
You
man.
could set that off in the hall of your apartment block, and it'll probably set off the fire alarms.
Might be fun. Let's see. Fog liquid container. What goes in here?
Fog liquid.
Oh, there's still a tiny bit of liquid in there.
Plug it in. Let's see what happens.
Did I?
I bet you
Go
if
on,
you
let's see
look
what
up,
happens.
Yeah, come on.
Go on,
I
let's
bet
see
you
what
if you
happens.
look up that machine, you could find out what they used. What the fog liquid is.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
could just be so much fun, though, man.
Well, he's got a little bit of liquid in there. He might have enough to make a bit of fog.
And set off the smoke detectors.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
tiny bit in there, so it's probably not enough to actually do so. What's this? This
You got
is
some
like a
disco
marble
lights
stuck
as
in here?
well. Some strobe lights, and some lasers.
Copper King reckons vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil, huh? I don't know. Let's see here. There's all kinds of text on this thing. Warning: disconnect power before changing fuse. Blah blah blah. You can reroute this to something else, so this has a power output even. I think the fuse might be broken on this. When is this made? I think this is made in Belgium. So I better have to be careful with this.
Do not pee into it, Raphael said.
That would make some pretty stinky fog.
Do not pee inside. That's funny, Ralph. That seems to be the situation around here. The dog does the walking of the human. Yeah, that's usually the dog walks you. That's kind of how that works. Let's see. I think I have is this connected to power? I
Hey,
think it
Ralph,
is.
if you eat some asparagus and then pee in the fog machine, you could probably evacuate the entire building from the smell.
Maybe even the entire block. All right, so it is connected to the power. Does this actually need any buttons, or there's no controls on this thing? This probably has to be controlled by another device. I don't
Hey,
know.
Grandpa Kevin, welcome in.
I'm just gonna scrap it.
Damn it, I was hoping for a big puff of smoke and something there. Now.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Kevin, how you doing,
That
man?
would have been fun. I've had this thing for quite some time now. Never actually looked at it.
So, Shark, any big plan for the new year?
Let me first
for
Google
year
the
going
thing.
forward?
Nah, we'll just be trying to keep Lulu under control. She
Give it
hates
some
the
time to warm
fireworks,
up.
so we'll just be here holding her.
Are the restrictions back in place over there, or are you free to do what you want?
This is Florida. We don't have any restrictions for anything.
Do as you want. I thought I was getting COVID earlier, but I'm feeling better now. I had a bit of a cough and I was sweating and whatever. But I'll go get tested tomorrow just in case. Because you don't want to be walking around spreading it around if you have it.
Now, on the serious side there, I mean, so some restaurants have gone, back to expanded seating and that kind of stuff. There is, people are saying, okay, we need to try to do something, be a little bit careful, but we haven't done any complete shutdowns here in Florida.
Yeah, they're saying it's a lot milder, this version of it, so hopefully it's milder and it'll get through as quick, and that should speed things up a bit more then.
Yeah.
Wow, this thing still sells for 130 euros.
Yeah, but that sells if it works.
Yeah, I assume so. Let's see. Do I have any description of this thing? How do you fill this?
Just reading the chat. Link is there if anyone else wants to come up. You're more than welcome. Oh,
700 watt heating element in there apparently.
So maybe you have to heat up a bit first before.
Yeah, I assume so.
Generates the fog. It'll have to heat up.
Yeah.
Just like do you like my new?
I like your T-shirt, man.
T-shirt? Isn't that cool?
You have plenty of shark stuff got for Christmas.
Mosaic.
Yeah. Something else from Mrs. Shark.
As I said, you got plenty of shark stuff this Christmas, didn't you?
And then we have shark soap.
Cool. That's a happy shark.
And then this you'll have to keep in mind whenever you see me out scrapping now. You'll be wondering if I'm wearing these.
I've seen those before, yeah.
Yeah, would he? Has he got his shark underpants on?
So, and now I wonder how many comments I'll get in videos this year saying, "Hey, you wearing the undies?"
Yeah, I don't. Watch God says you should hear the fan when you turn it on, Ralph. Harper King, you reckon when you turn that on, you should hear the fan?
Right. So there's no light indicator on there or whatever. I don't know. I'll just put it on the floor here, see if there's anything happening. I mean, this is still plugged in, right?
Because and you did check the fuse to see was the fuse working?
No activity whatsoever. That's probably why it was in the scrap pickup.
Oh, well, just scrap it out so.
Yeah. No temperature difference, no sound, nothing, no lights. Could be the fuse.
What did Ralph say up there? I missed that. What color do you already have? A shark-shaped flip-flops. So do you have shark flip-flops? He wants to know.
Yeah, no, I don't wear flip-flops.
During scrapping, that wouldn't be wise, no.
Yeah, that, and I hate that feeling of, something down between your toes there. That they often have that little
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that little
part
bit
that
in
goes
between the
between
toes.
the
I
Yeah.
don't really mind that. It's just the part that you're basically barefoot, and as soon as you misstep, the flip flop just slides off your foot, and you're standing either in something or hit your foot against something. I've been on vacation with friends that wore flip flops while we were out and about in the city, and they stubbed their toe, and I'm like, haha, I'm wearing shoes, and that's not my problem. And then they get mad at me, and I just say, yeah, that's why I never wear flip flops. Just wear normal boots, shoes, or
Yeah,
trainers, whatever.
about the closest I ever came to flip flops was I had these things that would wrap, that kind of wrapped crisscross over your
Yeah.
foot.
Shark
Um,
flip-ass.
But even
Shark
those,
flip-ass.
I didn't really like those a whole lot. I would wear them when we lived in Hawaii and we were paddling the outrigger canoes. I would wear those because they were easy to slip off, when you were going on and off the beach or something like that. Dirt Rider, you crack me up, man. It was very nice of Verizon to tell me that my bill was paid.
Oh well, there you go. Is that who you were,
Yeah.
Verizon?
I
Is
like
that
how
for
I
your
get-
TV, your broadband, and everything, or is that just your broadband, or what's it for?
It's just my cell phone.
Oh, just a cell phone.
I have Comcast for all the other stuff.
Comcast. Who owns Comcast now? Or who did? No, Warner Brothers didn't buy them, did they?
I don't know.
Or did Comcast buy Warner Brothers, or something like that?
I don't know.
Did you have Manny over for the Christmas dinner, Shark? Manny family come over?
No, so Mrs. Shark's family is over in Central Florida. My family's all up north. So it was just Mrs. Shark and I.
All right, so a nice quiet Christmas day.
Yeah.
And what about the New Year? Any family coming, or you just the two of you again?
Just the two of us.
Okay. Oh look, I found another bag.
Another bag.
Yay, more bags of stuff.
Must be about 20 bags of these. Just shows you the amount of money that was wasted on them. Like, they were for the old Nokia phones, I think, and them type of phones. Probably
Well,
had to pay
it's
20 quid for them or something in the shop at the time.
You know,
Now
it's
I'll get
interesting because somebody,
1 cent scrap value.
yeah, somebody made the decision. All right, we should buy 1,000 of these.
Yeah,
And then they sold 100 or something, right?
yeah, and they go, oh, these won't fit the iPhone.
Yeah, just before a new generation of stuff came out. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, wouldn't that make you mad if you were one
Well,
of
I'd
the
say that's what
corporate
probably
buyers
happened,
or something?
because I have boxes and boxes of these from that pickup. So I'd say these are just all, what happened was they bought them in thinking, oh yeah, these are a good deal, and next minute, oh, they won't fit any of the new phones. You know?
This is quite heavy, so I'm guessing, yes, steel.
Steel.
I guess all of 1 cent of gold out of them, maybe.
I'm wrecking my magnet here, dang it.
I heard a
Oh
bleep
no,
in
these
the
are pieces
basement.
of something else.
Who can it be? It's Father Christmas. Oh no, it's not. Kevin.
Kevin!
How are you?
No, I thought it was Father Christmas with the beard for a minute. I thought-
Yeah,
I thought
Kevinicorous.
he finished his rounds.
It's kind of like painted on one side.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting.
Surprising how it's still dark here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Sounds
That's
good,
really
Ralph. Bring it up.
You know what? The thing was actually warming up.
Yeah,
It
I had
did get a bit warmer. Or
Yeah, but it won't get any warmer now.
no, I
Scrap
only
and Irish
took
don't
the
like
cap
this one.
off. This is probably that KO wall stuff. That looks good. I can use that for my furnace. Oh, there's brassy bits and copper in here. I might not put this back together.
Have you got that still plugged in?
I might better just take the plug out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you better take the plug out. As much as I'd like to see,
No,
as much
it
as I'd
was
like to see my
unplugged,
video
of
go
course.
viral by someone getting electrocuted live, I don't
No,
want to
it
see
was
that video.
unplugged.
Hey,
Hey, Ralph, there's no caps in there, are there?
Scrap and Irish.
You know what?
Should I send
Capacitors?
this over to you?
Not that I know.
Oh,
no.
look at all that. Hey, Kevin, do you know what I've noticed about your workshop there?
What's that?
It's a lot cleaner than all the scrappers put together.
Well, he's not really a scrapper, Ralph. I believe
My
that
wife
you can
doesn't
fix
believe
it.
that.
tell her have a look at my shed video and have a look at Dean Matthews and Everyday Solar's shed videos, and she'll know that you have your one spotless.
Yeah, but this is the work end of the shed. This is the money earning end of the shed. The other end of the shed is, forget it.
It's the fun and the hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
So how was your Christmas day? Did you have family around, or did you go visit anyone? Or
Christmas Eve, we go down to our oldest son, and he prepares dinner for us. And everybody gets together where they can.
yeah,
Unfortunately, because of this garbage that's floating around, it's limited some people from going, but that's okay.
yeah.
We know they're still alive, and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
But and then my two youngest, my daughter and my son, were here with us yesterday and today. I took my son to the train this afternoon so he could go back to Manhattan.
Oh, see what Electronic Scrapper said there? He said, Scrapping Irish, keep an eye out for dark blue resin dipped capacitors all over low grade boards. Just tested strongly positive for silver. Now,
That's the blue M&Ms?
Dark
um,
blue ones. I thought the light blue ones were the capacitors. The dark
He's
blue
saying-
ones
he's
are
saying
usually
that
the
the-
varistors.
He's saying the dark blue ones on the low grade boards. So, might be something else we have to start keeping off our boards that we've been thrown away. You know, bro, saying hi to you, Kevin.
Okay, so I'm going to, since he's not here, I'm going to put up what our friend Mike would have to say about the
I have a feeling I know what that's going to
Ain't
be.
got time for that.
I don't want to say
Nobody
the
got
name.
time for that.
I
Yeah,
don't want to say the full name.
I see
because,
you
And
abbreviated it.
TFT.
It's just like we can't say that other name one more time.
Oh, it actually is quite hot, so it was actually heating up.
Have you snow up there yet, Kevin?
We had 3 days ago, but it's all gone. We had about an inch.
No point asking Shark has any snow down there, because the only snow they see is on the television.
So
We don't get
actually,
much out here either.
Or,
It was kind of
or,
fun.
or when they shower.
Yeah. The local botanical gardens does a big Christmas trail kind of thing. It's like 3/4 of a mile, and it's different themes and different sections. And one place they had a snow machine that was actually blowing snow out. You know, so when you walked over and you could get, and they had like different lights going, so you could get pictures of yourself in the snow in
that's
Florida.
In your shorts and your t-shirt.
Yeah, you know, so it's like the only place in Florida where it was snowing was, you know, right there underneath of that machine. And then you'd step out from under the machine, and then your hair and your shoulders were all wet from all the snow that just melted on you.
Melted straight away. As soon as you came out.
There's some folks around here that really go all out with the lights. There's a couple of neighborhoods that if you look, you know, if you Google light shows in Jacksonville or something like that.
Oh
you
yeah,
see-
I was watching a few of them.
Yeah. So it's some
with all the
really
lights
cool
and,
stuff.
the music and the talking and everything to go along with it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It must cost a fortune to put all that effort into it.
Yeah, I don't know. We enjoy doing it. We go out every year, and and do the rounds and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah, and all you do is watch it. Just tune your radio station into the frequency they're broadcasting on, and that the music and the words go along with the light thing.
it depends. Some of them they just have it playing on loudspeakers, so you just roll down your windows, you know.
And do they collect money? Do they have like a collection box there for people to put money into, or is it just all free?
Again, it also depends on which one you're going to. Some of them are free. Some of them, they ask for donations. Some of them, they're actually organized events, and you have to buy your tickets online. And yeah, so.
Hey, you guys heard the joke about the priest, the minister, and a rabbi having coffee one morning?
No, but we're about to.
Okay. They're all getting together one day during the week. They were having coffee and talking about their respective congregation. So the priest got on the subject of donations, you know, Sunday collections from the baskets. And he says, well, the way we divide that up, he says, we draw a circle on the ground after all the masses are done. And he says, we throw the money up in the air. And he says, whatever lands inside the circle goes to the church, not the parish, but the church. Everything else outside the circle is for our parish to help us survive. The minister says, that's very good. He says, but we do it just the opposite. What's outside the circle goes to the church. What's inside goes to the parish. So they looked at the rabbi and they says, and what do you do? He says, we throw the money up in the air. He says, God takes what he wants and we get the rest.
That's a very old one, actually.
You know, I can't reach you because there's a big wall in the way there. You know.
What's that one? I've got the perfect thumbnail for Shark's channel. A shark cage made from ubiquitous wire shelving. There you go.
That would be pretty cool, yeah.
Shark, I did a couple of pickups during the week. I just happened to go down the street and there were 5 or 6 houses that had some trash out. 3 of them had those ubiquitous shelvings. I feel like I'm in Florida.
They flew north for the winter?
This is they were snowbirds. I got confused. So
yeah, I don't know how you find so much of that wire. Like that must be every shelf in everyone's house must be made of that wire.
Well,
yeah, and it's not light. That stuff is heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy, and you know they're still selling more of it at the big box stores and the discount stores. So it's like, and then when I find it on the street, that so you would think, all right, somebody replaced it. And what did they replace it with?
Another
more ubiquitous wire shelving.
Yeah, more ubiquitous wire shelving.
They put plastic in instead. The plastic doesn't rust.
I could probably wait for
ubiquitous plastic
instead of white. In years to come, you'll be finding like blue and all them. All they done was got rid of the white one and put a blue one in.
I mean, we've got that stuff in our house. That's just a common, they use that a lot around here. And I
can't build houses down there without it.
Yeah. So
this is really weird. The thing is still getting hotter and it has been unplugged since I just unplugged it before I started taking it apart.
Maybe it's a bomb.
Could be.
I don't know, some pressure building up. Maybe, I don't know. Just open this thing. Relieve the pressure. We shall see.
So they had a surfer killed off the California coast a couple days ago by a great white.
Oh. I reckon there's more chance of winning the lotto than getting killed by a shark.
Yeah, I mean, sharks kill very few humans. It's I mean, literally more people get killed by lightning strikes than they do sharks.
When is your adopted shark getting released? Or getting tagged?
I'm gonna as soon as the New Year is over, I'm gonna get in touch with the folks down at the university and see what we can get put together. you know, it's a university, right? So they're shut down for the holidays.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna try to reach out to them until the holidays are over.
And Dirt Rider said you're going to use the coat hangers to hold them together. No more coat hangers.
Maybe I can repurpose this part and turn that into a tiny electric smeltery. Let's melt some, I don't know, zinc in my apartment.
My Vicar's life is going to avoid lightning and the sea and the ocean.
Yeah.
Hey, Shark, that old computer you took apart, I was disappointed there was no hornets to fly out and attack you.
Does sort of take the fun out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes the excitement out of it. Like, you know, it was too relaxing for me. Like the last video, I was a bit tense watching it. You know, this one was a bit too relaxing now.
It's like there was no dirt, there was no seeds, there was no wildlife. It's like, why am I even bothering with this?
Yeah. unless you get attacked by some creature when you're taking something apart, it's not worth doing. Yeah, I'd avoid hornets' nests as well. As I said to the Shark, as soon as I opened that up, if I seen a hornet coming, the first thing I was going to get hold of them was the gas torch, and I was going to set fire to everything.
Kill it with fire.
That would be. I don't care if it burnt down the house; they were getting burnt, would it?
Barbecued hornet.
And it burns, burns, burns.
So I now have
The shed
both
on
hornet
fire.
spray and roach spray in the shark cage.
They don't have roaches in Florida.
Hey,
Yeah,
brass ring.
they just have six-legged horses.
They have palmetto beetles. They're huge.
Well, the problem I have, Scrapman 50, is if I swam 100 meters into the ocean, I'd drown because I can't swim. So I think I'd be drowned before the shark even gets me. Hey, Poos, mate, good to see you. Happy Christmas to you.
Hey, Poos, how you doing?
Hello, Pooh's mate.
Good to see you. I hope you had a
Hey,
good
Poos, mate.
Christmas and peaceful and enjoyable.
So that in Florida, because we want to make it sound better, we don't call them roaches. You know, they come up with names like palmetto bugs.
You're posh. You don't call them little
4
roaches.
inches long.
I think they are the state bird, the state animal, and they might as well be on the flag, for God's sake.
Oh, you mean the Sunshine State?
The cockroach state.
You cockroach.
Yeah, if there's a nasty creature that lives, it probably will if it isn't living here now, it probably could.
Oh, look what I found. Another bag.
Another bag.
What's in the bag?
Let's keep appearing these bags, Duke.
Bag?
Hey, we have to have a Canadian on the panel. Seeing we have no Canadian so far. So, Dan, welcome.
Hello,
Hey.
Dan.
Hi, Dan.
How are you?
Hey,
Good.
Dan,
That's loud. All right.
show us the snow.
You forgot to shave too, huh?
Wife likes it, so I can't.
He didn't get his calendar.
Yeah, I see.
Show us the snow. Is it snowing outside, Dan?
Yeah.
No snow. Oh.
No, we had plus 6 C here today with sunshine.
Yeah, well, it's 40 degrees right now, and the sun's not shining anymore.
No, it's gone to bed.
Romantic
supposed to
reckons the cockroaches are running the government.
We're supposed to get up to about 3 inches of snow by morning. So,
Only 3 inches?
yep, it's coming off the lake.
Yeah.
Hey, so Dan, we have to look at the side of your beard because Grandpa Kevin
here.
Chipmunks has
If you look
got
at-
some
hold on now,
tough
Grandpa Kevin,
styling
make
going
him
on
bigger.
there.
Look at Grandpa Kevin's beard. See the side of it?
Dark.
Okay.
That's
Now,
weird.
We'll go back to Dan. Let's have a look. And Dan's is the same all the way around.
Yeah,
He's
same
old.
all the way around.
He's as white as a baby's ass. I mean, yeah, right? Little light on top. Me too.
Yeah, but I have all my hair. I just keep it short.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I've all my hair, but it's grown out of my arms instead of my head.
Okay. You're gonna say it's growing somewhere else.
Out of my ass as well.
Oh,
Same color too.
we're not going to find that out.
I found as I got older, my hair disappeared from my head and started coming out my nose and my ears. I don't know why.
I
That's
haven't
where
had
this
all of my
started.
hair since I joined the military.
That's nose hair.
Yeah, nose hair.
That's no fair.
Oh, that's nasty, Dan.
Yeah, but he's the only guy that can comb back his eyebrows.
What is 3 inches in centimeters? That would be 7.5 centimeters. Because 1 inch is about 2.5.
2.5 centimeters to an inch.
Almost 2.5.4.
Yeah. Close
Yeah, we just
enough.
round it here. We just do the millimeters. We go 1 inch, 25 millimeters.
It's
No,
the fertilizer.
25.4. That's
Oh,
it.
sorry.
25.4 millimeters. Yeah.
Sorry.
Upper King, how are you, buddy?
So, Dan, what are you working on these days?
I loaded the truck this afternoon. Me and the wife did. A load of non-ferrous going in tomorrow morning.
So, when will all your Christmas lights start appearing on your side streets?
When do they start disappearing?
No, when will they start appearing in the scrap? You know, when people take down the Christmas lights and some people just throw them out.
I don't know. Bulk week starts next Sunday. Well, we'll find out. I don't get much for Christmas lights. I think I got 2 batches in the past year.
Yeah, I got some
Somebody
Christmas
throws it
lights.
out.
This pickup, this e-waste pickup I done in one of the boxes was Christmas lights.
The old ones or the new ones?
The old ones.
The old glass bulbs?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
things about that big.
generally-
What are those, C9s or something like that?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
round
the
bulbs
big
on them.
bulbs.
Oh my
And
God,
they're
I
actually
remember
better
that.
as well,
ones.
I think.
I remember that as a kid. We'd get them down from the attic. Dad would lay them all out in the front yard. We'd plug
You had
them
to check
in,
every one of them.
and then we had to go check every one to figure out which one was burned out. Oh,
Yeah. Because that was stopping them from working.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a serial connection. If one goes, the whole thing turns off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be, an entire Saturday down the drain.
What is that?
That many lights? Wow.
Is that the third thing in the things I hate about Christmas song? If one goes out, they all go out.
Well, there was a little cartoon posted like that too. A regular incandescent bulb was going to his girlfriend's house to pick her up, and she's one of them Christmas lights. And he's looking around. And he says, "Well, one of us goes out, all of us go out, bringing the whole family."
I was listening to
She's not
Untitled
easy.
Christmas songs the other day. And anyone ever hear of a guy called Kevin Bloody Wilson? No.
He's Australian.
He's an
isn't he?
Australian
He's a
singer.
comedian.
Well, he's a comedian, but he's got Christmas songs, and one of them is called "Santa Claus, you see you next Tuesday." Okay, so if you want to listen to something entertaining, have a listen to that. But make sure
There's
there's no
another
kids
guy in a
around. when you
similar
listen to it.
vein called Rodney Rood.
His name is Kevin Bloody Wilson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's an Australian comedian, but he has loads of funny songs. Like, but one of them is Santa Claus, see you next Tuesday.
All right. Now I got a video going up right now, uploading of what we put in the truck. So
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting to see. And
it'll be
you
done
find
by
it
tomorrow?
harder to get stuff at the moment during the winter, or is winter a better time for picking stuff up for you?
doesn't make any difference.
Okay. Because like over here, over here there's nothing really left on the side of the streets, but winter there's nothing ever going to be left outside.
Oh yeah.
During the summer you might get fridges and stuff like that when they break down, but during the winter nothing.
So Dan,
Everybody
you started
just
the
stays
upload,
inside.
so it'll be done by tomorrow, right?
Should be
I
done
started it a few hours ago, smart ass.
Uh-oh. And we
It's
got
And
this now.
it's got 3 minutes left. That's just the upload. Then it has to process it.
And then you get that review thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get the check.
I have that
This
dial
is
up. in there.
taking longer than usual. It always says.
Well, mine doesn't even say that because that's dial up. It doesn't give you the chance.
It's really good, Dan.
That's nice. She's teasing me with leftovers.
What's for leftovers? Turkey?
Turkey.
Ham?
Turkey.
Turkey. Love turkey. Cold turkey. I love cold turkey. Bit of mayonnaise. Can't beat it.
Oh, yeah.
Turkey sandwiches.
Cold turkey on a hot dog bun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
that'd
on
be nice.
regular bread.
Oh yeah, we just use regular white bread, a little bit of mayo,
Throw
turkey.
some cranberry
Oh,
sauce
yeah.
on there. Nice.
So
Michael Clinton said that, see, in Ireland they've closed the pubs now at 8 o'clock, so he reckons they're closing the pubs so people can come and watch my show. Yeah, I made them do that, Michael. I rang them up and said, I want the pubs closed.
Tomorrow's actually a holiday here, so
Yeah, here tomorrow's a holiday here as well, and Tuesday. Well, Tuesday is a
continuation
holiday,
of
but
Boxing
we've
Day.
got it off work, so it's not too bad. I'm not actually back to work till Thursday, so it's great.
Yeah, our scrap yards are actually closed tomorrow, but the guy I deal with for my non-ferrous, he's going to meet me at a shop and we're going to go to it.
Gonna negotiate a price because he came in on his day off.
He don't care. He said he'd come in anytime when I come in. He likes me coming in because all my stuff's organized.
So it's
That's
fun.
that makes
when
a
it's
huge
prepared for
difference.
them, they appreciate it.
Yep, I give him a heads up too because I got everything pre-weighed. So
Yeah.
he knows how much money to bring for me.
More than that.
That's the important part.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to get paid. Well, I'm bringing in all my copper, all my brass,
Mm-hmm.
my insulated wires, all my stainless, my batteries, my cast aluminum, and my irony aluminum. So and some number 2 low grade motors.
Well, you should come home with 4 figures.
I'm hoping. Yeah, because our number 2 copper wire or copper is $4.30 a pound. So
Oh, that's nothing to bark at.
and our
That's nice,
clean
yeah.
Down here, my scrapyard, anything insulated copper wire except for Romex or the better grades of solid core, 55 cents a pound. That's it.
Oh, that's
Garbage.
very bad.
Hey,
Wow, that's
Dan.
low.
They're
Dan, if you come
scammers.
back
That's
with-
what they are.
if you come back with 4 figures, where are you going to hide those girls so the wife doesn't see them?
It goes from my hand to her hand.
This way, Dan can do what he wants then. Here, dear.
Yeah.
You get the green, and I go and leave me alone. it's like Walter, Jeff Dunham. I'm gonna come back as my wife, and what are you gonna do? I'm gonna leave me alone.
Oh yeah.
Leave me alone. Yeah, our clean brass is at $3 a pound. So,
That's
That
good.
is nice.
205 a pound here.
yeah.
Oh,
You never
I
guess
think
what I found. I found another plastic
Another
bag.
bag.
yeah. I haven't taken in brass for a while, so I don't know what our price is right now.
Alright, coil cords.
I haven't turned in any copper, uninsulated copper of any kind, or brass, in all the time I've been scrapping. It's all being stacked up in the shed.
Waiting for what?
Plans to do with it.
As soon as I get 1,000 pounds, then I'll take it in. Because I can
That'd be nice
negotiate a
if
better price.
the prices stay high.
I can negotiate a better price. I'm giving you a lump sum here, so I want better money.
Yeah, that's something that if you have a lot of stuff, you will be able to get a better price than what they have marked sometimes.
Yeah.
It depends if you're a regular there. If you're not a regular there, then they don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other
Yeah,
thing
what-
I find is that this
Good.
little scrapyard that I use, if they go in and any box or bin that you have, it's automatically 2 pounds off. It could be a 14-ounce box. It's 2 pounds off.
Oh, yeah, they don't weigh it.
And I mark all the bins.
Yep.
This is what the weight is net.
Mhm.
And they check it, and I'm within a pound on the total load.
Right.
They don't like that, but they appreciate it because there's no BSing around with them.
Yeah, well, the guy I deal with too, he knows every pail, like 5-gallon pails are 2 pounds, garbage cans are 5, bigger garbage are 8. Like I have all mine marked, so.
Yeah.
I just put all the boxes on the big dumpster. They put that thing on the scales, and then I take out the boxes and no wait, I just dump most of my boxes in there. And last time I had all the wires. I had all the wires just emptied in the box, and I had a couple of boxes of shred on top. And they just put that on top. Then they weighed the thing, then took the boxes off and weighed it again, and then that's what they weighed for the shred. They just added the boxes in, and I'm not sure they actually took off.
That's the way it should be done. You weigh your stuff, dump it, and then put the empty buckets back on, and minus the weight. That's all. But
Yeah.
Something like that. Said, some places do just go up 2 pounds for that, and they don't even reweigh them.
Yeah,
I know that. That's the way some yards work. But no, he does. If he questions it, then we'll dump it and weigh it. And okay, yeah, that's right.
You'll see in some of my videos, some of my bins, they've got, T 3.68 or T 2.52 or something like that. Because every time I use one, I just go ahead and mark the tare weight on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you won't have to.
Every bucket of mine that I generally use, the pound symbol with whatever weight.
And then you go to the scrapyard and you see their bins T 1,625 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you put 20 pounds of copper in it, and it's gonna come up negative.
Yeah, exactly.
You owe us money.
Yeah, you owe us money.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna go recycle my aluminum cans tomorrow. How much?
They're saying over here that aluminum's going up in January, so you might get more money for it in January.
Yeah.
I heard that too, but shred is dropping in price.
Okay.
So steel's going down, aluminum's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been pretty.
And unfortunately, you find more steel than you do aluminum.
Holding here.
Yes.
See, that's another thing. I took in bicycle rims like you had done, Dan. You cut those pins out. What is it? 6061 aluminum?
What?
The bicycle rims.
Oh, it's just extruded.
They just put it in as extruded. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
But I know some places will weigh up that aluminum as a higher value if those pins are cut out.
Well, the pin should be out because otherwise it's dirty aluminum.
Dirty aluminum.
Yeah, because those are usually steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are steel pins, and you can't pull them out. So I generally cut that section out.
Yeah, just cut that piece out.
And I throw that piece in my dirty aluminum bucket. So.
Yep.
I wonder, could I sell these bags to anyone that may need to be putting powdered stuff into them?
Powdery stuff?
Powdery stuff.
I have smaller bags than that.
Usually smaller stuff, smaller bags.
I was not about watching powder. I don't know what you want about.
Yeah, you roll it somewhere down like that.
We'll go down the laundry if it's washing powder.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate when you're dealing with a yard that is trying to rip you off. Man, I am so lucky. The yards that I deal with, I've got a real good relationship with the owners, with the guys that work the scales and stuff like that. It's like night and day.
That's what I get for alcohol cans. My wife was doing that this afternoon, counting them up in the bags. So
10 cents a can. Well, we don't have returns on them over here yet.
just on alcohol containers, not our pop cans. They're regular aluminum. Bring them in. I think they're 60 cents a pound. I get for them. So
Hey,
that's pretty
Electronic
good.
Scrapper, are you doing a video on this testing of these capacitors on the board? Because I'd like to see that video if you are.
yeah, David, 10 cents a can, man, for the alcohol cans. And if you bring in the bottles, if it's the liquor bottles, they're 20 cents.
Hey,
They have
take it
returns
easy,
on
have a
glass
good night,
bottles
and,
over here.
See you, Ro.
Happy Christmas to you and
care,
yours.
Ro.
So,
I think he's got a premiere coming up.
See you later, Rob.
so Dan, they charge you. You're paying a deposit and then getting the money back for the alcohol cans, but not the soda cans. Is that to help offset alcohol tax in some way, or is
We
it,
don't have a deposit on our soda cans.
yeah? So you're not doing it for soda, but alcohol,
Yeah.
which kind of makes you beg the question, why? Aluminum can's an aluminum can.
Yeah, I know. I don't get it either. But that's
Well, you see, they
fine.
probably get more taxes on alcohol than they will, so they want you to buy more cans of alcohol than pop.
But see, alcohol containers always had a deposit on them, and then they came out with the aluminum cans, so they just kept it going.
Yeah.
Because years ago it was just glass bottles, right?
Right. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
simple
Dan,
man, welcome in.
I got a question for you, Dan.
Didn't
Back
do
in
it.
the 60s, my father and I traveled across Canada. And at the time, I don't know what the laws were, but what I was told, alcohol, you cannot consume alcohol outside of your residence or outside of an establishment that serves it.
Never heard of it.
And at the time, it was actually illegal to transport it.
Yeah, but that was to protect the horses that were pulling the wagon, Kevin. Those days are long gone.
All I know is my father got a $67.50 fine for having a can of beer outside of his car at a gas station.
Wow, yeah, because that's drinking in public.
Yeah, and a 12-year-old
Why
kid
is that a
who
problem?
pumped the gas called it in, and the troopers stopped us down the road.
Yep. That's drinking in public. That's considered open liquor.
Yeah.
Why is that not allowed?
That ain't allowed. You can't just stand out at a local convenience store and drink. That's not allowed.
I
That's
think the way
weird.
it was explained.
That's no
is
problem
that
over here.
If like we were traveling in our vehicle, they said if his car was parked, not running, and he was consuming an alcohol can in his car, that's in your residence. You're consuming alcohol in your residence. That's fine. They had no issue. But if you're standing outside the vehicle, that's considered illegal.
Well, yeah, it's like it's public.
Yeah. But
Weird.
they took him to the judge's house in the
Oh,
evening.
yeah.
And 3 hours later, they bring him back. My friend and I sat in the car for 3 hours waiting for him to come back. Well, he sat there with the judge and the troopers that stopped him, and they consumed the last 2 six-packs of beer that they had and had dinner with the judge. Because he chattered with them in French because he could speak the language fluently.
Right.
And I was like, he comes back and he says, well, that was $67.50 gone. And while he was gone, there were 2 cans they left in the cooler. We took the cans and ditched them out into the woods. My father was pissed when he found out that we threw his last 2 cans of beer away.
Ooh.
It's like, oh, shit.
That was the Irish in them, throwing away alcohol.
That's it. That's it.
You can't be doing that.
I'd open the can and he'd say, you hand it to me so that my thumb is right there at the opening. Because I can set that can down on the seat next to me and reach down and get it and just turn it up. And that's how he would do it.
He had his technique.
He did. He did.
Here in the States, we have so many different laws when it comes to open containers, drinking in public.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just state to state, city to city. Thank God you can still drink in public in Nolans.
Sitting here and drinking myself. It's just...
Jeez, this thing is still blazing hot.
Well, quit rubbing it.
Quit rubbing it. Yeah.
He's not polishing his fish. Leave him alone.
That was some time ago, polishing the fish. Still over there, though.
I forgot about that one, polishing the fish.
Polishing his fish. I can't wait to see what the guys come up with that's doing the make a table challenge in
Yeah,
January.
I'm not joining in on that one.
No, that's going to be too big of an operation even for me to get involved in.
Can you imagine casting a table out of metal?
I'm polishing a table leg.
It just doesn't have the quite same ring to it, polishing the table leg.
I deliberately put that in the chat everywhere so that it might become like a thing, and it did.
Like a thing.
Kind of like Chinesium. That was my invention, actually.
Oh, another bag.
Like everything else.
Are you sure you're just not recycling that one, bringing it back up again?
I wish I was. It's like there must be still another 20 bags of these old yolks. If they were worth any money, I wouldn't have them.
It's just like he accuses me of planting ubiquitous wire shelving. He's planning a bag.
Yeah, I keep planting these speakers all over the place.
Mhm.
All I really want is the little gold pin at the end. That's all I'm after.
That's gold, is it?
Yeah.
How can you test them?
You can test it with acid, hydrochloric acid. If you put it into hydrochloric acid, you'll see the reaction straight away on it. It'll flake away.
Flake away. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see the gold come off the metal underneath. It'll rot. Well, it'll dissolve underneath it, and the gold will just float on the liquid then.
I probably threw a lot of those in the shred bucket.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you're everyday solars, you just taste it.
Yep, that's copper.
Yep, that's shit. Oop, wrong.
Yes, that's cyanide. Oops.
It's like licking brass keys, didn't she?
That'd be like, do you remember when you were younger and you touched the top of the battery with your tongue? No?
I never did that.
Things on them. Oh,
the 9-volt batteries?
if you want to see if the battery was still good, if you touched it off your tongue, you get a little shock. Oh, horrible.
Oh, the 9 volts. Yeah, that's how you made sure they're still working.
Try that with a car battery.
Yeah.
You got a hell of a tongue if you can do that with a car battery.
Yeah, that's a big tongue.
Just connect the jumper cables and then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you just put them on your nipples, Ralph.
Here's what I prepared earlier. Well, you can't see.
See if you can light them up.
You watch the hair.
Yeah, them batteries there. That's the ones I'm on about, Park Nest. The ones with the two.
Yeah.
Show us again. Show us again. Park Nest.
That's a 9-volt battery.
No, I'm not going to use my tongue.
No,
I
show
don't think so. It's not happening.
Show us the battery again. I'm saying.
Oh, the battery. I thought you wanted me to do a
I'm
demonstration.
saying show the battery. Yeah. So turn it around so you can see the two little prongs on it.
What?
Do you want lemon or cherry?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you touch your tongue off into at the same time, you get
Right.
it.
I'm not putting my tongue to them.
Okay. Thank you.
Go.
He's going.
All right, I'm getting a slice of cherry pie right now.
Oh man, I want some cherry pie.
I want
Oh,
cherry
cool
pie.
whip on it.
No.
Get your ass to the kitchen and get me some
Can I reach down and get the cherry pie when it just comes out?
Put Cool Whip on it.
Cool Whip. Oh, okay. I like mine with a little vanilla ice cream.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Lick it, lick it, lick it.
lick it.
Crap,
Yeah.
I dropped it.
But then
Oh,
again, I pretty much
Mark
like
asked if you want to make sure it's alive, just use a screwdriver and hit both contacts and see the little sparky.
Yeah, see who jumped first.
It's only a 9-volt battery. No,
No.
Hang
no
on.
with the Cool.
No.
Just a sec. I'll get back
Look,
in reality.
there it is.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
You gotta make sure it doesn't fall off the plate.
Yeah, that'd be
looks
bad.
nice. That looks
That
very
looks
nice.
good.
Your head is under.
Homemade cherry pie.
You enjoy that, Dan.
I will.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I hope it chokes you.
Oh,
Hey, she's standing right here listening. It'll be that way.
Well, then how come she didn't give you Cool Whip? We want to know.
He's not allowed.
Too much sugar for one day?
It's because I'm watching my girlish figure.
Yeah, right.
Hello.
He just left the circus too, the bearded lady.
There you go.
She has you spoiled. Cherry pie and everything.
Why do you think I married her?
And Mavis is sitting there waiting for the.
It wasn't just for her good looks.
Yeah, it was the good looks and the cherry pie.
Yeah, but the
Bacon
question
in
is, why did
general.
she marry you?
Don't know yet. She won't tell me.
I haven't figured that out.
Because I've never
Grassy
figured out
bit.
why Mrs. Shark married me.
No, she won't tell me either. It's a secret.
Is that a secret she probably didn't know herself?
How was your Italian, boys?
Wow. See that? The cherries are just falling out.
Cheating, shit.
Oh,
I love cherry pie.
You know, I think I'm gonna have to leave and go in for dinner.
I'm gonna have to search the fridge for some sort of dessert to eat now.
Yeah, me too.
Hey Dan, look at my last video. It's all the Christmas cookies my wife made.
I seen them cookies. They look nice
With
too.
the recipes. With the recipes.
Yeah.
Cookies.
You always put your recipes up with it too, which is good. Well, people can make them
Yeah.
if they want.
Hey, if you
Our,
can't,
our next cooking video will be Oli Bullen.
I like those. I'm gonna get a lot this year, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
I keep trying to get Mrs. Shark to do cooking videos. I mean, you know, she's spent.
Yeah,
4
she's a
years in
chef. Why doesn't she
culinary
have her own
school.
little
She's a chef,
YouTube
you
cooking
know,
channel?
why not?
But she's just not into that.
And
It's
not going to be called shark bait.
Yeah, no. When she was in the Navy, she was a public affairs officer, and so she was in front of the camera, you know, for 20 years, and she's just tired of being in front of the camera. So
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Well, you could do them
Thank you
when
both
she's
for
not
your
looking,
service.
video them, and she doesn't know, and you put them up.
That was very good.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Thanks, Dan.
Hey, I told you I'd share how it tasted.
Get a little closer to the camera. We want to smell it. Oh, you go.
Smells like cherry pie.
Dan is such
What's
a
called
nice
you,
guy
you
that
said he loved
I'm
these
sure
shark
if he
cake.
drove up there, he'd share it with us.
Oh, sure. Come on over.
Shortbread.
Good. Bro,
Shark, you just have to pretty well drive straight north.
I'd end up in Maine.
Maybe.
No.
Can go and
Take
visit
75
Guild.
right up.
Yeah, you're further east than I am.
Take 75 straight up. Goes right through Detroit.
Yeah, going north from me is up 95.
95.
Yeah.
So I end up in Maine, and then
That's the cocaine highway.
there's some province that sticks out in the Atlantic Ocean that.
Hey, Scrapman Dan.
Hey, Scrapman Dan, welcome in.
Dan, how are you, sir?
Scrapman Dan.
Ralph was showing your little present you sent to me earlier.
Yes.
Every time,
Very-
he misses it
very
every
cool.
time.
Ah, that's nice.
Yes. Scrapman Dan channel round.
Nice.
Designed himself, hand poured, of 999 fine copper. Well,
That
it
is
is
very
true.
cool.
It is true. If you get copper tubes or solid core wire, that's basically 999 fine copper.
Oh, I
Yeah,
should
but I've never heard it described as that before.
I should send him a pound of that bare bright wire that I got from the dumpster about a month ago.
Oh, so
Yeah.
This person does gold recovery in Italy.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Ciao, molto bene.
Interesting.
Come sta? I think that's all I can say. Come sta is, I think, how are you? And then
I think
molto
como está
bene is
Spanish.
whatever.
It is.
No, I think it's Italian. I think.
It's Spanish.
I've been to Rome.
Chan-
I've been to Rome a couple of times, and all I can say is ciao, grazie, molto bene. That's it. That's as far as my Italian goes.
I know the good stuff. I fangul about it.
I used to watch a channel called Ryuno that was over here, and they had a show called Luna Park, which had all women in like I don't know, underwear dancing around, and I was like, I don't know, 12,
Dan,
so that was
Dan,
interesting.
Dan, consider it done.
One of the things I always appreciated when I was in the Navy was that cerveza sounded enough like beer in enough languages that I was always good to go.
Yeah, beer.
Cerveza. Yeah.
But I love Rome. Rome is one of my favorite cities to visit.
I've never been there.
Rome,
When
you
in
need to go to
Rome, do as
before
the
you die.
Romans do.
Rome is one of the most amazing cities in the world.
What's that? Roman hands and rushing fingers?
And go to the Vatican and just look around the place. And all I see in the Vatican when I went there was gold flakes everywhere. I was thinking, how can I scrape these off the wall without them noticing?
With extreme difficulty, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd say now as soon as I take out a little pin, I would start scraping the wall, taking off the little gold flakes. I think I might have been arrested.
You think?
So we got to tour this hotel in Dubai. One of these great big tall things that looked like a sail, and it had a helicopter pad up, and a tennis court on the roof and all this kind of stuff. But so they took us through one of the high-end rooms, and they were all gold plate.
Another one?
All of the stair rails and everything was just plated in gold. And it was just like
stair rail with a scraper.
Oh my God! It's just like after a while, your eyes hurt from all the
Scrape some of
gold.
that gold off. Oh, what about that one businessman who's got a solid gold toilet?
Oh yeah. Well, sure. In Dubai, you can go into. Isn't there vending machines that have little gold bars? And you can buy little gold bars.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
At the airport.
the first country to install gold bullion vending machines.
Yeah.
Didn't Elvis Presley's Cadillac have gold rims or something?
Yeah, I think so. Gold
Could have been, yeah.
I think one of his airplanes had a gold sink
If I
or
remember correctly.
gold-plated sink.
I remember back in the 80s, a relation of mine was working on a building site, and they were doing for this really fancy hotel, and all the taps were gold-plated taps that went into all the rooms. I would love to find that hotel now. And I just go, I'll stay here a night and I'll take the taps with me. You know how most people take the towels or take the soap? I'll just take the taps.
Replace it with a vice grip.
Yeah, I just put an all basic tap, something for 20 quid into it. I'll be gone with the gold-plated taps.
That's it.
Well, I'm hungry now. I had my dessert and I got to go have supper.
How can you have dessert before you have the main meal?
Life is short. Eat dessert first.
Because if I ate the dessert first, I'd have to have more dessert again.
I will after I have supper.
That's when he'll get the Miracle Whip.
I got the whole pie to eat. Nobody else is eating it, so.
That was just
Or
an
he gives the
appetizer.
Miracle Whip to the
She
Mexican.
made cherry pie. She made cherry turnover. It's like a half a pie and you flip it over. And she made lemon meringue pie. So
Dan, you have my address.
I know.
What, you think he's going to mail it to you?
I'll watch it. Hey.
Dan will not be driven by social conformity. He will eat dessert any damn time he wants to.
Yeah.
That's
Just
kind of
like
my line
everybody
usually.
thinks. Everybody thinks bacon and eggs is for breakfast. I eat it for supper. So
Oh yeah, we love it.
Oh,
for
I'd eat
supper.
bacon and eggs any time of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
supper mainly.
Yep.
I eat cereal for breakfast, sandwiches for lunch, and bacon and eggs for supper. So
Hey, simple man.
Simple man.
Wonder if I can get this. Probably not.
Just reading the
All right.
chat.
I'm
whatever he's saying, I don't understand. So
Yeah, it's Italian.
And then you can take that thought process all the way around and have cold pizza in the morning for breakfast.
my daughter does.
Yeah.
She likes it.
My cold lasagna's not too bad.
So, all right.
Yeah,
I'm leaving. I'm going in to feed my face.
yeah,
Hey,
As you do.
Enjoy
as
the
you do.
rest of
And
your
have a if I don't see you, have a good New Year as well, Kevin.
Thank you. The same to everyone. I'm sure that my face will come back up on someone's stream before then. So
No doubt.
Hey Kevin, thanks again for sending Ian's sticker along, man. Greatly appreciated.
Hey,
You're
actually, who does usually go live on Fridays? Because they'll have to bring in the new year for us.
Mending Man, he does it Friday slot.
Yeah, but does he go as far as 12 o'clock at night?
Think he
There's probably going to be some people doing that.
Yeah, but out of our group.
Yeah.
Because we're saddos, we all have to go to our own groups. But there's no
Okay.
bars open in Ireland, so we can't be out for the new year. So we have to be somewhere else.
No
Hey,
bars
Kevin,
open?
Thank you
See
very
you on the
much.
next one. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Hey, buddy. Be
Later,
good.
Kevin.
No, they've shut the
Bye-bye.
bars here. The bars have to close at 8 o'clock in the evening now.
Oh, how come?
Yeah,
Oh, New
because
Year's.
the COVID restrictions, because the numbers are getting high again. So, like, I understand COVID, I'm not one of these anti-vaxxers, or I'm not. But the part I don't understand is, if the pub is open till 8 o'clock, isn't it the same to be open till 12 o'clock? If you're going to catch COVID, it's not like COVID is going to come into the bar after 8 and go, right, lads, who's in here after 8? I'm going to infect you.
It's in the beer.
I thought alcohol was a disinfectant.
Or you just leave them open. Like this thing, you're open from 10 o'clock in the morning till 8 in the evening. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, like
I don't know.
the bars were allowed. The bars still open till 12 at night normally, so they're closing 4 hours earlier. What difference is that going to make?
That's the government being as stupid as they are.
Irish mentality.
You know, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It's not
one
just
either.
here; it's in Wales. It's everywhere. England are the only place that haven't done it yet because Boris is afraid of his life to do it in case he loses his job. So France have done it, and Germany have done it. They've all done this. They've all closed their restaurants early. They've closed their pubs early. But I don't get it because if you're going to catch it, you're going to catch it between them hours, the same as you're going to catch it after 8. You know, I don't. It's not. So you either shut them fully or you leave them open. One of the two. No in between. That's my philosophy. That's my rant over anyhow. I do believe in the COVID. Actually, I think I may have it because I'm feeling bad today. I have to go get tested tomorrow, so we'll know better tomorrow if I have it or not. But I this shutting the bar early carry on, I don't understand at all.
Nope, I don't either.
Fully, or you don't shut it at all.
Yeah, and if you're worried about it, stay home.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like I've been vaccinated. I've even gone and got my booster. My booster became available a week ago. I said, yeah, go get it straight away. And and again, the only reason I got it as well is because my parents. I'd be going around visiting my parents or whatever, and they're in their 70s now, and I don't want to risk bringing something to them. So, and that's why I go tomorrow and get the COVID test.
And I just read something too, like where Shark is in the U.S. Their fearless leader, Fauci or however you pronounce his name, he's calling for a 4th shot now.
Yeah, but
Well,
I reckon that you're going to have.
I don't know about all of that, but I do know that there's Christmas presents that I have to still open. So I'm out of here. Y'all have it.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, let me get myself back out of there. Whoop. There we go.
Later, Shark. And you gone.
Well, I'll be finishing up in 9 minutes anyhow because I'll have done my 3 hours.
But see, that's what I don't get. Like you're doing there, Iris. I don't get it either because they want you to take 1, then they want you to take 2, and then they say a booster, and then they say no, maybe you better have 3, and then now they're shooting for 4. Like when's
I'd say what's eventually going to happen is, this is just my take on it. Eventually, it's going to be like the flu, and they'll be recommending that people over 60 get it as a precaution against or anyone with an element, any sort of underlying thing. Same as the people at the moment. They recommend every year you get the flu jab if you're over a certain age and you have illnesses or whatever. So eventually, I think COVID will end up like that. That's my philosophy.
Yep. It's going to be here for good.
And again, most people under 60 won't bother with it, and they'll just catch it and they'll get over it, and then the people that are vulnerable will have their shot taken, and then they should be okay.
I reckon it was around 130 years ago. Now it's just a cold.
Yeah, well, that's it. What is the flu now would have been a pandemic 100 years ago. You know?
Well, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Spanish
flu. The Spanish flu was the last pandemic before this, and now the Spanish flu is just a flu.
Yeah, it doesn't go away.
No,
it's just they create a new fear.
Yeah, but they're saying like with this new Omicron version or whatever, it's milder. So they're saying
got milder.
We've
got vaccinations. We've even got treatment if you've got it, and they impose tougher restrictions. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, you see, I think they were panicking on this one that they thought it was going to be bad, but it's actually turned out to be milder. And if everyone catches this version, it gets rid of the previous version quicker because everyone builds up antibodies. But anyhow, they killed more people than the war
I don't
did.
know.
Yeah, the
I
Spanish
just
flu
stay
killed an
home and
awful lot of
work,
people.
and that's all I do. So
But imagine the Spanish flu was what back in 1918 was it? Or something like that?
1918.
Yeah. So
Something like
imagine
that, yeah.
now.
Isn't that's
the-
that's what really ended the First World War? The Spanish flu killed them all off.
Yeah, but I see how quick it spread back then, and it wasn't the amount of transport there is now and stuff like that as well, and the amount of people it killed back then because no one locked down, and everyone just went about their business as normal, and it killed.
Because nobody knew about it.
Yeah, and it killed so many. What was it? 60 million people was it? Died from the Spanish flu. Anyhow, let's get back to scrap talk. Enough of that. I'm going to go around. Well, it's 5 to, so I'm going to ask everyone what they're doing on their channel. So, Parknest, what's the plan on your channel this week?
Right, I've just got one Volvo video on Friday. I was working on one of my headlamp washer jets. When the covers got ripped off, but it took part of the jet off, so I had to replace the whole jet.
yeah.
And replacing it involves taking the front bumper off.
Scrap man Dan lost his phone. He smashed it totally.
What did you see?
He uses for a camera.
I used my phone for my YouTube, but I jumped out and tripped and smashed it totally. Oh, that's bad news, Dan.
Oh,
So it is,
well,
yeah.
I had mine actually on my tripod. This is the Galaxy S9 that I used before when I still used my S7 as a
Dan, you
working
need one of
phone.
these.
This one was new. It was on my tripod, and it at some point it fell, and it actually had a crack in the screen even before the SIM card was in there. So now I'm using this as a regular phone and got my Galaxy S21 over there, which is now my camera. Hopefully that won't fall off my tripod. So yeah, it's annoying. But luckily the thing still worked and the camera was still fine. So
Oh, we have someone else in the basement, so I'm going to let this guy up. This is the guy from Italy, I presume. I
Oh,
don't
really?
know how his English is, but we'll soon know. Ciao.
hello.
He's muted. He's muted.
So
Your microphone is off,
Your
sir.
microphone is muted.
don't put your email address. Are we getting
I
loads
might
of,
want it. Doesn't matter. It's up to himself. So, how are you? Can you speak English or just Italian? My sign language isn't good. Welcome,
my
anyhow, my
Italian's not-
friend. Welcome. I was going to.
25. How you doing?
What was I going to say? Oh, it's gone again.
That's
Well, I'm gonna get out of here and go
Hold
hunt
on,
some.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you something there.
I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
What was I going to ask you? Yes, I was going to ask you what's your plan for the week? What videos are you bringing out?
Well, one just came up.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
loaded, is it?
Yeah, it loaded.
Okay. So
And then
Dan
it'll
has
be
a
the-
video out tonight. So
It'll be the continuation of it because it's a kind of a what did it weigh, what did it pay. And then I got some more to do. I got shred runs to do, but the yards don't open till Tuesday. So
okay. So we can look forward to that video tonight.
Dave,
So Dan
welcome
has a
back.
video up, guys. So if you want to check that video out, go to Dan's channel and you'll see it. K&D Scrapping.
It's a
Dan
5
is
hour
not
long
familiar
video.
with it, but most people in here.
5
will know
hour
it.
video. Wow.
It would have taken all week to load it up.
Yeah.
So go check out his
I think
video.
he wants cutting down a bit.
I'm
little
going to
bit of
ask
editing,
Ralph
maybe
what
split it
he's
into
doing for the week, but I think I already know the answer. Ralph, what are you doing what videos have you coming out this week?
I might try to get some editing done and have a video up, but no guarantees.
Hey, Ralph, if I go back to every live stream I've done and at the end I ask you, your answer is I might get some editing done.
Well, there used to be another answer that was no video for at least another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi
Dave,
to
when I was only
all the
kidding.
guys that just came in there. Again, Miss Canadian Scrapper and who did I see? Was it Nacho? How do you pronounce that? Nacho?
Nacho stuff.
Nacho Stuff. just came
It's
in.
not
and
your
what-
stuff. I like
not your
that name.
stuff. It's not your stuff.
I was
So
thinking maybe some boys with nachos. Yeah, I want my
I'm about
nachos.
to finish up because I've done my 3 hours. I've done from 8 o'clock till 11, which is my 3 hours I usually do now on a Sunday. So first off, thanks for everyone
That's
giving,
right, David.
and I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Plus, I won't be live until next Sunday again, so that'll be 2022. So I want to wish everyone who watches my videos, everyone that comes in, everyone that comes up on the panel, a very happy new year, and I hope 2022 is a lot better than 2021, and hopefully we get loads of scrap and make loads of money from your whatever you want to do. So guys, thanks for watching my videos.
Right.
Thanks for being part of this YouTube trip I'm on, and
No,
see you all later. Ralph,
Yep. See you,
Scrap
see
you later.
there you go. I can't go until Ralph says scrap you later.
crap you later.